Do they have us?
Eric, 35-17 with 8 minutes to go. Minnesota's still up on.
Do you have our audio?
Ooh.
Okay.
IU's only down 4 to Michigan State.
Yeah.
You're going to start with your 5-minute commercial? Okay. That'll work. Should we turn the lights on now or later? And my voice just evaporates to the room. That way it's just on. That works.
Sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information,
National anthem coming up here in moments. And while we're going to continue to monitor that here from the press box, again, just another special thank you coming up here shortly. Tremendous rendition by the Bishop Luers show choir, maybe, down there on the field. Fantastic. If that doesn't get you in the mood, I don't know what does. That's good stuff. Folks, again, remember, Redeemer Radio 106.3 would like to thank Dr. Adam Osenga of Northeast Chiropractic Center as our sports media sponsor. Northeast Chiropractic Center is a patient-centered office that focuses on staying well through chiropractic, massage, exercise, and functional medicine. That's Dr. Adam Osenga of Northeast Chiropractic Center, our media sponsor. We are moments away from kickoff here. And, again, up here in the booth alongside Matt Geely, I'm Sean McBride. Down on the field tonight, we have Eric Pete. Let's take a moment and check in with Eric and see what the field conditions are like and what we can expect tonight down there. Eric, take it away, sir.
Well, thank you, Sean. Down here on the sideline, conditions are about as good as you can expect after all the rain we got yesterday. The field holding up in pretty good shape right now. We'll see how that plays out throughout the evening. As for the coin flip, the Knights won the toss. They have deferred, and they will be kicking away from the scoreboard. Guys, looking forward to this one. This is a game that historically the Knights have been able to put up points against this Bruin defense. The last 5 years have all been Knights victories, and Luers has averaged 52 points a game in those 5 meetings. The challenge tonight is going to be to do so without some of their key players who are injured, and we'll be talking about that throughout the broadcast. But among the most notable Luers players who are not in uniform tonight, Jamek Johnson and Cam Hedgecock, 2 big weapons that will not be at the disposal of this Luers offense. So we'll see who else can step up in their place, guys.
All right, thanks very much. And again, Matt, this goes back to the fact that this season the injury bug has really riddled the Bishop Luers Knights since before the games began, pregame and on. So, again, the coaching staff of Coach Lindsay trying to find a way, different packages, different personnel, and that next man up mentality to get the job done.
Yep, and it seems like as soon as they get their offensive defensive line back healthy, then you start seeing some skill set players going down. But look for guys like C.J. Hale and Brody Glenn to really step up in the absence of those 2 big playmakers. And the Knights, they average just about 200 yards a game, and they got to really pick it up and get some offense going.
Carter Drake, number 29, is in. The ball is teed up at the 40-yard line. Bishop Luers kicking left to right on your radio dial. 3 men back deep for the Bruins. Whistle blows, and we are ready to kick things off here at Bishop Luers High School. Ball is in the air, end over end kick, and it's going to be taken on the far side of the field near the 7-yard line, the 10, 15, 20. Looking for some room, getting hit near the 25, spinning out of a tackle, pulling tacklers with him out north of the 30-yard line is a return man for the Northrop Bruins. And I believe that is Quaylen Pettis, number 6, on the return.
Tackle made for the Knights by number 88, Jacob Krieger. Nice job there to come down the middle and make a play, and this Knights defense will try to get going here right off the gate.
And here comes the offense for Northrop, led by Dylan Hoot. He's a 5'11", 170-pound senior. Check that, senior, and he is going to be in the shotgun. Single setback, offset to his left. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. He looks over the defense. Here's a snap. He looks to throw on first down. Guns it to the flats. It's hit and caught, and it's going to be taken out just shy of the 40-yard line. Again, that's Pettis, number 6. He is a formidable target, 6'4", 175 pounds.
Tackle made by number 1, Christian Fly. We'll see Fly play both offense and defense as he plays quarterback for the Knights. He had a nice interception last week against Northside, and up front for the Knights it will be Jacob Krieger, Will Derrick, and Ben Rectanis. The 3 up front as the Knights will go into a 3-4 set. Guys to watch would be number 7, Nick Berkmeyer, and number 80, Grant Brow. They're tackle machines for the Knights.
2nd and 4 now. Blitz shown through the middle. Here's an option. Here's a pitch deep, and he's got the ball. He's got the first down and a little bit more. That's the running back there. That is looks to be number 5, Jeremiah Green. He is a 5'10", 170-pound senior.
Option gives the Knights fits no matter who they play. It's tough you have to have 2 guys out there. One guy's got to know his assignment. That's the quarterback. The other guy, the pitch man. You got to trust your teammates. Bruins with a nice little read option there for a nice gain.
Ball is at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Trips package to the left for the Bruins. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Finding some room through the line. Dives forward past the 45 out to about the 46-yard line.
Tackle made there by Ben Rectanis, his 17th of the year. Really a mainstay right up the middle for the Knights as he likes to plug both the A-gaps and try to let his linebackers roam freely. Nice stop there on first down, putting the Bruins in 2nd and long.
Gain of 2 that time, brings up 2nd and 8. Little different look, 2 wideouts left and right, and a single setback, and he looks to throw, fires quick, out to the flats, and it is a hit and go, and he's down the field. He is off to the races. He's down at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown Northrop. Wow. Very interesting play there by Northrop as Dylan Hoot throws the pass, and it is caught and flipped on the streak. And I'm trying to read.
It's like
Again,
number 6.
Pettis.
Yeah, Quellen Pettis got the pitch after the about 6-yard hook. It's one of those you see in the backyard. Some call it a hook and ladder. Some call it a give and go. No matter what it is, it's a touchdown. And it's something that I haven't seen in years.
No.
And the Bruins go deep in the playbook to get on the board first. Huge play.
All right. Begoric is the kicker. PAT is up and good through the upright. So 7-0 is your score with 10 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Northrop Bruins on top of the Bishop Luers Knights. Stick around, folks. We're going to take a 30-second break. You're listening to SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar.
Gentlemen, a very interesting start to the ball game here as Northrop drives hook and ladder, if you will. Pitch and go. The first receiver caught the ball and immediately pitched it to Pettis, who ran, streaked down the sidelines, and scorched the Bishop Luers Knights for 6 with 10:26 to go here in the first quarter. So Northrop's first drive on offense pays off, and now they prepare to kick this one away. Tariq Bajork in to launch this one, kicking right to left on your radio dial. Taking it about the 7-yard line, 15, 20, 25, looking for some room. And going to be dropped near the 25-yard line is the return man for Bishop Luers.
Yeah, Johnny Sewell, number 4 on the return for the Knights. And the Knights offense will get going just past the 25-yard line. And it's just one of those just sucks the life out of you plays, Sean.
Yeah,
where
it sure does.
Not only that, but the Knights had it covered. I mean, they had the first receiver pretty well covered. It was going to be a nice little 6-yard gain, if that. And then next thing you know, boom, they're gone. And it's one of those adversity plays, and it looks like we'll start with Nick Berkmeyer at quarterback for the Knights.
Nick Berkmeyer, number 7, all-around stud for the Bishop Luers Knights, has 2 men in the backfield, man in motion, fake the pitch. Berkmeyer decides to go left. He's got some room. He's got the first down, gets into the secondary and more, out past the 40-yard line.
Sean, this is something that I was told we were going to see a little bit. You can call it a wildcat, you can call it just their offense, but they are going to kind of mix and match here between Berkmeyer and Fly as the night goes on. Kind of gives you that change of pace, and it's a look that Northrop and nobody in the city has seen yet this year, as Berkmeyer hasn't played quarterback since back in the CYO days in grade school. Nice little play there going down the left side. Nice blocking up front by Workman and Berkmeyer on that left side for the first down. A little momentum for the Knights.
17-yard gain there on first down as Berkmeyer remains the quarterback. Again, man in motion left to right, and it is a jet sweep this time, looking for some blocks, finding them, getting into the secondary, and getting out north of the 45 to the 46.
Nice gain there, using the speed, is number 20 for the Knights.
Ramon Anderson. He kind of plays a little slot, plays a little running back, kind of another gadget player for the Knights, something that they have a lot of in that backfield. Guys who can do it all. Good blocking on the outside by the wideouts, and the Knights have a nice little second down and manageable here. That they do. Call that a gain of 4, brings up 2nd and 6 now for the Knights. From the shotgun, Berkmeyer flowing to the left side, has 2 lead blockers. They streak in and get him, and that's going to be a tackle for loss of 1 back at the 45-yard line.
Nice play there by the Bruins, and at the linebacker position for them, it was number 8, Devon Gotze. He does a nice job kind of flowing and filling. Berkmeyer had a couple blockers out in front. It was tough to see if the cut was inside or out. He went out. Maybe inside would have been a little bit better. It's one of those where at some point you got to turn it upfield and get as much as you can. Now, after a tough second down play, we'll see if we see the arm for the first time of Berkmeyer.
See what happens. Again, they've got the offset eye in the backfield with Berkmeyer in the shotgun on 3rd and 7 now. Man in motion going across, play action, flag coming out. Berkmeyer looks to throw. He's got pressure, and he's going to go down. Big sack that time. Inside the 40, back at about the 38-yard line.
He was looking for the screen pass to C.J. Hale. The entire Bruin defense saw it, knew it, and were there. Berkmeyer does a nice job not forcing the ball, and we'll see what this flag is, as it was way back in the Knights' backfield. Looks like a legal shift against the Knights.
Shift against the Knights, and that will be declined. And that's going to bring up 4th and forever for the Knights as the sack stands back at the 38-yard line. So, again, Berkmeyer will now move back into the punter position. 2 men back deep, including Pettis for the Northrop Bruins. Berkmeyer has the wind at his back. Good snap. Gets the kick away. High ball this time. Takes a Luers hop. Continuing to go down, and then it's going to drop at about the 23-yard line. So nice kick that time by Berkmeyer, but the offense stalls, and now Northrop will again take over 1st and 10 in their own territory. First quarter action here. Northrop on top 7-0 after the trick play pays off. And now we'll see the defense coming back on. It was good to see up front on the offense for the Bishop Luers Knights, Will Derrick back out on the field.
Yeah, Will Derrick, 5 tackles so far in the season in limited action. It's good to have him. He plays a little bit of defense and offensive line, gives Coach Brennex a lot of versatility.
Man in motion going to the far side of the field. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback, looking for some room. Tries something through the middle. Not much there.
That is credit all up front to Will Derrick, Jacob Krager, and Ben Rectanis. They all kind of filled their own holes. There was nothing there. Let the linebackers, Grant Brow and number 23 for the Knights, Hale, really try to fill and make a play there. And if you can stop this Bruins running game, make them go to the air. You got to take away one or the other. And so far, they're making them throw.
Gain of 2 this time. Brings up 2nd and 8. Here's the snap. He looks to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right side. He's got his man. Tries to get some separation. He's got the 1st down. Past the 35 out to the 36. Pettis again that time.
Yeah, Pettis is all over the field. Definitely favorite target of Dylan Hoot. And Knights secondary really kind of giving a lot of cushion. They're afraid to get beat long. Definitely oversized on the outside. Don't want to get beat over the top. But at some point, you got to be able to stick it, see the route, and get in there and try to defend it off as the Bruins continue to make up some ground through the air.
All right, so 1st and 10 now for the Bruins. Man in motion going left to right. And they give it to the man, jet sweep, number 2 with the ball, looking for some room on the far side of the field. Going to dive ahead for a gain of 4, maybe 5. That's Menson, number 2, on the carry.
Nice patience there by Menson as he came around that right side. He kind of took a little bit of a hesitation step, giving his blockers a chance to make a hole and get upfield, able to turn into a pretty nice gain. Good contain on the outside by the Knights as they limit the big play. Now it's 2nd and long. At some point here, we got to get a play in the backfield and really set these Bruins offense back as they're rolling.
Hoots in the shotgun on 2nd and 6. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Oh, he finds room through the middle. He's got the 1st down and more and gets caught up near the 50-yard line.
Looked like they brought a blitz on the outside, the Knights did, and they're unable to come home on it. It's one of those where if you blitz but you miss the hole, it's going to open up a giant hole for the running game. This is exactly what Northrop likes to do. Already dominantly running the ball on this drive as the Knights try to do a little substitution here on the defensive line to get some fresh legs in there.
1st and 10 from the 50. Hoot in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He looks to throw. Fires, screen pass. Has got his man. It's hit in the backfield. Driven backwards, swallowed up, and dropped.
See, that's the kind of play that we're looking for. It was a tackle with 5 different Knights helmets on it. First one there was number 16, Brody Glenn, for the Knights. He'll play a little wide receiver, a little free safety also for Luers. Gives them kind of a size that they don't really have much of on the outside. Does a nice job there coming up, making the play, and setting the Bruins back now for a 2nd and long.
So Sewell's catch is good, but he's hitting the backfield for a loss of 2, bringing up 2nd and 12 now for the Bruins, working off the left hash mark. Twins right, twins left, and a single setback is Green. Here's a snap. Looking to throw again. Checks off. Going deep. Down to the sidelines. He's got a man, and it is broken up. Good double coverage out there by the Knights.
That was an incredible effort play by Johnny Sewell, number 4, the free safety. He was actually covering a different wide receiver. One of those things where Northrop's going to look at that and see if maybe one guy ran the wrong route, because you don't normally want 2 guys in the same spot, because what it did was it gave Sewell a chance to come off his guy, come over to the other wide receiver, and make a really nice play on the ball to set up a 3rd and long. It looked open there, but if you run the right route and kind of get a little more separation, Northrop might have been in business. Let's see if the Knights can get off the field here. They need to stop bad.
3rd and 12. Ball resting at the Northrop 48-yard line. Here's a snap. Give through the middle, looking for something and finding nothing is Jeremiah Green. Gain of 1 maybe out to the 49.
Sean, what he found was a big bear hug of Ben Rectanis from the nose tackle position, standing at 6'3", the junior. Got off his block and was just waiting for the tailback. That's the best way to stop a draw. It's having your big guys up front, create space, and make a play. Knights get the stop on defense to get the ball back to the offense.
Northrop in to punt the ball away. 2 men back deep for the Knights. Little high of a snap, but he does get the ball away. End-over-end kick. And Sewell backs away, and it takes a Northrop bounce, and it's going to be touched up near the 24-yard line. So, the Bishop Luers Knights hold on defense. We've got 4:57 remaining here in the first quarter. Your score is 7-0 Northrop, and the Bishop Luers Knights come out on offense to see if they can get this machine up and going.
And it's going to be Christian Fly back at quarterback for the Knights. This is what we're going to see kind of all night long. Different looks, different things. So with Fly back in there, look for them to spread it out more and go to the air a little more than they did on the first possession where they had 3 runs before the sack.
Christian Fly wearing number 1 for the Bishop Luers Knights. Has gotten a lot of snaps under center here from the shotgun. He's got a single setback, twins right and left. Man in motion coming across the line. Fake to him, get to the tailback, finds some room on the ISO right, and gets out to the 35-yard line is number 23 for the Bishop Luers Knights, and that's C.J. Hale.
Nice run there by C.J. Hale. He'll get a lot of work at the running back position. 53 attempts on the year, 294 yards. That's best on the team in both categories. Averages 5 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns on the year. He's their go-to back with Braden Cowherd kind of nursing some injuries, and we'll see a little bit of change of pace for him as well. Nice job by Hale.
1st and 10 for the Knights at the 35. Play action. He looks to take it through the middle. Quarterback keeper through the middle. He pushes ahead for 4 out to the 39-yard line. Flag on the play?
Yeah, flag on the play about 30 yards from the play, and it was a little bit of hand fighting on the outside between a Knights wide receiver and a Bruins defensive back. I'll be curious to see which way they go with this, as both guys were getting in some pretty good jabs to the head.
All right, so we've got some timeout on the field as the officials talk about the penalty.
This is going to be an interesting one to sort out because it really could go either way.
Sure. And Matt's going to keep an eye on that while I let you know about our first quarter sponsor. That's Tri-State Storage Trailer Rental, a local company renting full-size semi-trailers and ground-level containers for commercial storage solutions. Call Kevin Hauser at 844-293-5266, a proud supporter of local athletic programs.
So that was a personal foul on the Knights, and they're calling it a dead ball after the play. It's one of those things where it was 30 yards from the play, so it's just a penalty you can't take, and it sets you way behind the 8 ball, as now the Knights are way deep in their own end.
So they place the ball at the 24-yard line. They need to get out to the 45, around 46 actually, for a first down. And Fly remains the quarterback on 2nd and forever. Single setback is Hale. Looks to the sidelines, gets the play, barks it out. Play clock down to 5. Here's a snap. He looks to throw, guns it out to the flats. He's got Sewell north of the 30, pushed backwards. Forward progress should be about the 31, maybe the 32.
Nice little confidence-boosting pass, one that I would really like to see early in a game, especially for Fly in his first series. But in 2nd and forever, it really kind of sets you behind the 8 ball. That penalty just kind of kills drives before they can even get started. Still 3rd and forever. Knights need a big play here.
That they do. 3rd and 15 from the 30 now. Press coverage now by Northrop shown. Trips package to the left side. Looks to throw. Checks off. He's got pressure. He doesn't know what to do. He's scrambling. He goes down at the 29-yard line. So big corner pressure there by Northrop kills this drive after that big penalty, and the Knights offense stalls.
add insult to injury, he had number 22, Sir Hale, streaking down the middle of the field with nobody in sight. Would have been a huge play, but he had to pull it down and run a little early. I'm sure Coach X was going to talk to his offensive line on the sideline. Those third and forevers are tough. You know the defense is pinning their ears back. Everybody knows you're going to throw. You got to give him time, though, to let him get it off.
Berkmeyer with the punt. High ball. Catches some air. Goes down the field. Fair catch called for by Northrop. And it will be spotted near the 36-yard line. So excellent punt that time by Berkmeyer. And Northrop will take over. Let's see, with 2:43 remaining here in the first quarter. Again, your score 7-0. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday night from Bishop Luers High School. A little bit odd, but all of the SAC was completely odd this weekend. Normally we'd have Nick Gray down on the sideline giving you updates, but I don't think there's any other games going on right now in the SAC. There were some earlier, and they did get some in last night as well. But here comes Northrop on offense, led by Dylan Hoot. Man in motion, going left to right, across the line of scrimmage to the outside. Here's a snap, blitz shown by the outside linebacker, and it is effective. That's Berkmeyer, who streaked in on the edge, made a tackle for loss.
Nick Berkmeyer from the middle linebacker position, 36 tackles on the year, make that 37. That leads the team. He also has 6.5 tackles for loss. You can make that 7.5 now, also leads the team. He's one of those guys. He plays quarterback, he plays tight end, he plays linebacker, he punts.
You can't get him off the field.
And he's a leader on both sides of the ball, and he is a mainstay for the Knights. Shows it right there.
2nd and 12 now for the Bruins. Hoot from the shotgun, looks to throw, fires to the right side, long pass, and incomplete. Attempted receiver that time for the Northrop Bruins, wearing number 2. Again, that is Krishawn Menson.
Menson had a step on the Knights' defense. It was a long throw to make, though, for Hoot, as he had to throw it all the way from the left hash over near the numbers on the right side, just unable to come up with them. He probably would have gotten a good 5 or 6 yards before any Knights tackle would have been in sight. Now a 3rd and long. Back-to-back series now. The Knights have gotten the Bruins in 3rd and long. Let's see if they go to the draw again or if they go to the air.
3rd and 12. 2 wideouts to the right side, 2 on the short side. Single setback. Here's a snap. He looks to throw through the middle. He's got pressure. He's down. Big time sack that time.
That was a phenomenal effort by Ben Jennings coming off of the right side, number 10 for the Knights, and Ben Rectanis, number 73, coming up the middle as well. Jennings got there first, slowed down Hoot, and then Rectanis cleaned it up. A sack for both. Nice job there. Back-to-back phenomenal series for Ben Rectanis at the nose tackle position, and the Knights get back-to-back stops, and they need their offense to come along here as the Knights are continuing that momentum from the shutout they pitched last week.
Punt team is on for Northrop. They'll launch this one from about the 18, and it's a low end-over-end kick. Just tried to get the ball away. This is going to be set up very nicely for the Bishop Luers Knights. In good shape here with a short field to come for their offense as it trickles out of bounds near the 49-yard line of Bishop Luers.
Credit Nick Berkmeyer for the hurry there on the punt as he came in and made the punter get rid of it just about 2 seconds earlier than he wanted to. It was a liner. It was one of those where you just got to stay away to not cause any touching to turnover. And now the Knights finally get some good field position for this offense. Fly in at quarterback. Look for them to establish the run here, Sean, and try to get some momentum going forward.
Sure. Single setback is Hale. Fly in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right. Give to Hale, tries to bounce through to the outside. He does find some room, gets into the linebacker core, gain of 5, maybe 6, into Northrop territory.
I just love the way C.J. Hale runs the football. He's patient, he hits the hole hard, and when he does, he really bursts out through, and it's 5 to 6 yards every single carry that he can get through that line of scrimmage. Nice blocking up front for the Knights. Workman, Berkmeyer, Boudet, Baum, and Derrick round out the starting 5 for Luers. Look for Derrick and Foster Johnson to rotate on that right tackle position depending on who's playing defense.
2nd and 4, quick screen out to the short side. Sewell's got it. He's got the first down and more, breaking a tackle and getting down inside the 35-yard line.
Nice job there by Ramon Anderson blocking on the outside for the Knights. Coach Stansky, the offensive coordinator, saw something up in the booth, and that was the Bruins cornerbacks. One's playing tight and the other one's playing far off. That just screams quick screen on the outside. If you get that first guy blocked, you get at least 8 yards before you see another defender.
1st and 10 for the Knights in Northrop territory. Here's a snap. Misplay. He went left and now he's swallowed up as Christian Fly was not able to make the transition or the handoff. And that is going to be stopped at about the, 33-yard line. So not much of a loss there, as Christian Fly was able to at least get forward out of that backfield, and it brings up 2nd and 10.
It's just a killer, though. It's one of those plays that you see earlier in the year, but you really shouldn't see at this moment. Nice job by Fly to get into the hole that was supposed to be there to limit the loss. But now as the quarter comes to the end, the Knights are going to have a 2nd and long.
7-0 is your first quarter score, and we are done with the first 12 minutes of play. Stick around, folks. We're going to take a 1-minute break. You're listening to SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, alongside Matt Geely, I'm Sean McBride. It is the second quarter action coming to you live from Bishop Luers High School, where the Northrop Bruins are on top of the Bishop Luers Knights 7-0. Knights face 2nd and 10 from the Northrop 33-yard line. Here's a snap, and it is a give to the tailback who's trying to find some room through the middle. Dancing, finally swallowed up by about 4 Bruins that time. Number 20, Ramon Anderson on the carry.
Anderson had a nice little hold there through the middle and then kind of started dancing in the second level. It's one of those where you just want to hit it and just go. Keep going north. Keep going forward and just try to turn those legs. He kind of got caught dancing and he turned. He's still a nice 3-yard gain. Nice job by the offensive line for the Knights.
3rd and long for the Knights here. Here's a snap. Quick give. No, quarterback end around left side. Tries to find some room. He's getting north and south. Gets inside the 30 down to about the 25. He'll be short of the first down. They're going to mark him just outside of the 25-yard line. And now Coach has a decision to make. Looks to be about 4th and 2 coming up. And there is no decision. Offense stays on the field.
It's the right call. They're trying to go quick. Looks like the Bruins have one too many guys on the field.
And they have to burn a timeout because of it. So Northrop is going to call a timeout and think things through. When we come back, the Bishop Luers Knights are facing a 4th and 2 just outside the 25-yard line of the Bruins. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers.
Yeah, for us.
Hey, thanks, Sean. I was able to sneak into that Luers huddle between quarters, and Brent X was firing up his men, saying, guys, we're pushing them. We're getting the push up front. Let's finish it. Really excited about the line, really getting together and finally making some progress down the field. And they're going to need a push here on 4th down.
Yeah, they will.
Sean, I can tell you the offensive line coaches for the Knights took last week personally in that first half. They put it on themselves as the Knights weren't ready to play. You can tell they're ready to play tonight. Big down here on 4th down.
Offset I formation from the shotgun. That's Berkmeyer as quarterback now. Here's a snap. Flip. Berkmeyer's in. He's trouble, and he goes down. So they try a little trickeration there, and Northrop is not buying the flip, and they sack Berkmeyer for a loss, and that is a turnover on downs.
I like the decision by Berkmeyer to keep the ball. Just had one guy on that right side that got his face crossed for the Knights, which kind of let a Bruin defender in. Nice play there to stop him short, and the momentum goes right back to Northrop after the Knights were driving down the field. It's a tough play. Defense needs to continue to do their work for the Knights.
Well, it's a gutsy call, and it just didn't pay off this time for the Knights, and Northrop will take over 1st and 10. This is their first drive of the second quarter, 10:59 remaining. 7-0 is your score. from the shotgun. Dylan Hoot give to the tailback, looking for some room through the middle. Finally decides to go north and south. Gets maybe a yard or two up to the 30-yard line.
Bruins going back to that run game. Nice patience there from the tailback position by Jeremiah Green.
I think that was Cohen. 34 Cohen.
Pardon me, Demarius Cohen with the carry for the Bruins. Does a nice job kind of pivoting and waiting for the line to open up to get a yard. Knights defense does a good job, though, at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 8, Hoot give to the tailback, finds some room through the middle. He's gone. He's down at the 50. He's at the 40. They're trying to chase him down. He's at the 20, the 10, finds a seam, and touchdown. A 70-yard run by the Northrop Bruins. Boy, oh boy, that was a huge play. Was that Green?
Jeremiah Green, number 5 for the Bruins, sneaks through right up the middle. A gaping hole that we haven't seen from the Knights defense so far tonight. Just one guy got pushed off the line, and boom, there they go. And that's how quick this Bruin offensive run game can move.
Indeed, that is Jeremiah Green's second touchdown on the night for the Bruins. And it silences the crowd here at Bishop Luers Stadium. And now we've got a flag on the point after attempt. Looks like offsides possibly against the Bishop Luers Knights. Penalty is declined and they reset. Snap, hold, kick, all three look okay. They are. So 7 points again on the board for the Northrop Bruins. The score now 14-0 with 10:16 remaining here in the second quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent.
Bishop Luers High School, ladies and gentlemen. Well, so far the storyline is the big play ability of the Northrop Bruins, Matt Gili. Man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been overall a pretty good effort by the Knights defense. They need the offense to come along here and put some points on the board. Just 2 big chunk plays, what you're going to have. The first one, trickeration on the hook and ladder, and then the second one, just one of those runs up the middle where you got caught in a blitz on the outside. They ran up the middle, and boom, there he went. Now it's time for the Knights to try to respond. They need to answer a score with the score, and let's see if they can get a good return here to get it going, kicking it with the wind at their back.
Beshgodik with the kick, taken near the goal line, and run out to the 10, 15, the 20, gets the edge. That's Sewell. Hops over the 20 and gets stopped near the 23-yard line. Well, let's see where they mark it here. But again, now we've got an option or an opportunity to see the Knights put together a drive. And it looks like they are going to be marked near the 21-yard line. So plenty of field for the Knights to work with here. Down 2 scores as Christian Fly comes out of the huddle and will lead the charge this time on offense.
Fly comes into the night completing 49% of his passes for 531 yards, 3 touchdowns. Longest completion of the year, 46 yards.
They break huddle with trips to the right side, 1 wide left and a single setback. From the shotgun, Fly looks over the defense. Here's a snap, give to the tailback through the middle, finds some room. Gets a nice run, does Hale that time, number 23, close to the 30-yard line.
C.J. Hale averaging 58 yards a game coming into this one, has a nice little 7-yard run there to start the drive for the Knights. They've been able to run the ball very effectively so far in this game with bad penalties or one bad play kind of stalling each and every drive. Let's see if they can put together a complete one here.
All right, 2nd and short now for the Bishop Luers Knights. Same formation, trips package to the right side, 1 wide left. Hale offset to the left side. Fly guns it out to the flats, and no, that is not a good pass and incomplete. Intended receiver that time was number 13 for the Knights.
Yeah, that's Scotty Van Lanningham.
I'm glad you said that, Van Lanningham.
God bless me. 3 receptions on the year for 81 yards. He's got big play ability. He averages 27 yards a catch. That one was going to be a small play for a first down, just unable to hit the pitch and catch, and now got got to convert here on third down.
Man in motion going to the left side. Fake to him, get to the tailback through the middle. First down and a little bit more for Hale as he dives towards the 35.
Sean, I'm an offensive lineman at heart, and when I see holes created like this offensive line is being created, I just say stick to the run game. You just got to just ground and pound this. They're making holes up front. That time, Paul Berkmeyer, Alex Workman, and George Boudet on the left side do a phenomenal job creating holes and creating space. C.J. Hale's running hard. Let's just ride that horse until he needs a break.
That's it. Trips package here on the short side now, and again, a give on 1st and 10. Following his blockers, Hale gets a nice run in front of him. Gain of about 9 out towards the 45-yard line.
A little tray left there for the Knights. It's got Coach Ryan Palmer, the offensive line coach, on the sideline going crazy as he had Justin Baum pulling around that left end. A nice lead block for the Knights. A good push up front, exactly what Pete was talking about down on the field. Nice job there for the Knights as they continue to kind of march their way down.
That's it. If they grind and grind out a ground game here, that keeps the Northrop offense off the field as well, and they can manage the clock at the same time. 2nd and 1 here for Bishop Luers. Here's a snap, give to Hale. Big push up front. He's got the first down and a little bit more. North of the 45 out to about the 47.
That gets the Knights crowd a little fired up here as they like a little old school ground and pound football as well. And now you're starting to see the Bruins defense kind of pack it in. Those linebackers are getting a little closer to the line of scrimmage and a little bit more inside the box. Now you have an opportunity to really try to use your speed, kind of still work the inside, but you can do a couple plays to the outside or, go to the air.
Play action.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
The run sets everything up, Sean.
That's it. 1st and 10 now from the 47-yard line. Here's a snap. Quick hitter, screen, out to the side. He's got the room. He's got into Northrop territory. That is number 13, Scotty Van Landegrim. Did I get that right?
Yeah, close enough. Sounded good to me. Van Landingham, one of those. We'll go with Scotty for now. Scotty V, one of those players really stepping in for the Knights in place of Jay McJohnson on the outside and Hedgecock. Does a nice job there, a nice little possession route. Good throw by Fly, pitch and catch, first down Knights.
They do give him the first down inside Northrop territory now. Fly in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Again, broken play, trying to find some room, trying to get outside. And he will be down for no gain. Brings up 2nd and 10. That's twice that's happened now where he's flexed right trying to give the ball, and the running back has gone left.
Sean, like I've said, it's like we put something together, a couple nice first downs, and then it stalls. Well, now you have 2nd and long after a broken play. It's important for this offense to get the momentum back. A little adversity. You got to keep the drive going. Need a big play here.
Ramon Anderson, the tailback there. Back in as a protector now. They go to the air, flies it out to the right side, and it's easily picked off by Northrop this time. We've got a run back on our hands, trying to find his way across the field. Gets a block or two. He's out at the 25, the 30, and runs out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Interception made by the Northrop Bruins, number 3 that time. That's Tanoa Ridley. He is a 6-foot senior defensive back.
He looks like every bit of that 6 feet, and he looked like he was going out for the pass there as the ball just sailed a little bit for Fly, and he was able to come underneath it like a center fielder for the Bruins. Pretty easy play there, and a tough interception, just what we talked about.
Yeah.
Couple good plays, couple good first downs, and then some adversity leading to giving the ball back to the Bruins and the defense for the Knights having to go back out on the field.
All right, so here comes Dylan Hood and company on the field for Northrop. They're up 14-0 here in the second quarter against the Bishop Luers Knights. Split backs this time. This time is given to number 34, looking for some room around the left side. Can't really get north and south, but falls forward for a yard or two. And that's Cohen, Demarius Cohen on the carry for the Bruins.
Tackle made by Ramon Anderson, number 20, his 16th of the year. Also an interception to go along with that from his strong safety position. Nice job coming up and stringing that play to the outside and trying to corral this Northrop Bruin running game, something that we've seen that they can bust one loose for a big play at any moment. So you got to keep your assignment, keep your lane, fill the hole, and try to keep the Bruins at bay.
Gain of 2 that time brings up 2nd and 8 for Northrop. Again, split backs. Wide out left and right. Here's a snap. He looks to throw on 2nd down, heaving it. Right side, he's got a man. He's got coverage. It's hit at the 20, the 15, the 10, and score. That, again, is Pettis, number 6. For a huge gain. Again, that was from the 39-yard line, 62-yard hit. And it is, again, that big play ability that is really scorching the Knights tonight.
Yeah, Pettis had about a 10-yard cushion all the way down the field. It was a perfect throw. Caught him right in stride, and he was able just to gallop right into the end zone. pretty easy play there for Northrop as the Knights give up another big play, and things are getting out of hand quickly.
Let's check in on the sidelines with Eric Pete.
Well, that ball was coming right at me, and it was on the money. Dylan Hoot, just really impressive. He's a quarterback that has just improved week to week all season long. His first game only throwing for 40 yards. He's gotten better and better coming off his best game of the season, and he may have a new best game after tonight. We'll see.
Isn't that the truth? All right, the PAT is up and good, and it is 21-0 right now with 6:10 remaining in the second quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre.
Let's talk to Jim Shorts, our statistician. 224 total yards for Northrop so far, and Dylan Hoot through the air, 131 yards. And we are halfway through the second quarter. Bechkodak to kick this one away for Northrop. Ball is at the 40-yard line. Excuse me. Russian in there.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, end-over-end kick, and it's taken at the goal line by Bishop Luers. Run out, got some good speed built up near the middle of the field. Hale that time gets it out close to the 30-yard line before he's taken down.
Yeah, that was Sir Hale on the return for the Knights, brother of C.J. Hale, who we've seen in the backfield quite a bit. The Hale brothers know how to speed it up, and they are really good about hitting holes and going hard, and that was a nice job there on the return to set up pretty good field position for this Knights offense, who story of the game so far has been momentum, stalling, or turnover. And offensive line playing well so far. Good job on the run game. Got to take care of the football. You're down 21. You can't get it all back on one play. So let's just start putting something together, give that defense a little bit of a rest, and see if we can kind of slow the pace a little.
Right, and finish. Yeah, got to finish.
Absolutely.
That's all there is to it. All right. Christian Fly, your quarterback here. 3 men in the backfield. Fly in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the far side of the field. Here's a snap. Following the lead blocker around. He gets that good block, puts his head down. Hale does, and gets out north of the 35-yard line.
Nice run there by C.J. Hill around the left side. Alex Workman leading the way for the Knights blocking. 5'11", 229-pound senior. Does a nice job kind of setting the edge there for the Knights, trying to fend off number 53, Nigel Washington, the defensive end for the Bruins. As now Luers gets back to line of scrimmage, checks over the defense.
No huddle offense here as Christian Fly barks out the orders. Going to be split back look this time. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wide left on 2nd and 4. Here's a snap right through the middle, and he's got some room and more. Gets into the 3rd line of defense before he's brought down into Northrop territory. Is number 23, Hale, on the carry.
Sean, I could have ran through that hole, and I don't run very often. George Boudet, the center, and Justin Baum, the right guard, just do a great job combo blocking to the 2nd level. And Hale's not getting touched until he's getting into that 2nd level, and that's going to be great for the Knights.
Up-tempo offense this time. Give it to the first man through. That's number 25 for the Bishop Luers. Nice. Contrail Ash doesn't find much, maybe a yard there. But that hurry-up offense, I like to see that.
Yeah, rare carry there for Ash, who spends most of his time playing linebacker and lead blocking for the Knights, giving the fullback a little love. Everybody loves a good little fullback action. Nice little quick hitter, only gets a yard, but that's a play that you might see later in the game kind of open up a little bit more as the Knights continue this fast-paced offense.
All right, 2nd and 9. Again, an offset eye from the shotgun. Give to the tailback this time, trying to round the right side. Following that lead block. Nice run that time. Gain of about 7, maybe 8 for C.J. Hale on the far side of the field.
Don't get bored with the run. You keep running the football. It's just down the field they go. Now you have yourself a nice little 3rd and 1 opportunity here for this offensive line who's created big holes. They're going to have a linebacker or 2 blitzing up the middle here, almost guaranteed. You got to make a hole, get that 1 yard, and keep this drive moving.
So 3rd and 1 again in Northrop territory. Ball just inside the 40-yard line at the 39. Here's a snap. Blitz comes. Give to Hale through the middle. He's got more. Through the middle. Following those blockers, he's got 15 yards down to the 15-yard line.
4 plays, 4 runs, and another first down for the Knights. Bruins did bring a blitz on the right side. They actually blitzed right into the hole, but the right guard for the Knights, Justin Baum, does a nice job taking that right cut step, getting to the second level, getting the linebacker out of the way, and the Knights are moving near the red zone.
That they are. I apologize. I said 15. I meant 25, so apologies about that. But 1st and 10 here for the Knights. Up-tempo offense. Again, give to Hale. This time he cuts it back through the middle, and he's going to be dropped after a 2, maybe 3-yard gain.
Really nice tackle there by Tanoa Ridley from the safety position. Does a nice job coming up and filling. That's something we're going to start seeing from Northrop as the Knights continue to gash them in the run game. See those cornerbacks and those free safety, strong safety kind of moving closer as the Knights get a little substitution in here. Plenty of time, 23 seconds on the play clock. Another big play here on 2nd down.
From the 23, 2nd and 7 now for the Knights. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback through the middle. This time it hits a wall and is driven back. Not going to be much there for Hale.
6 plays on this drive, 6 runs. It's gotten them down almost near the red zone, but now after back-to-back nice stops by the Bruins, that time up front for Northrop, Nigel Washington and Jordan Young on the left side of the defense hold their ground and cause a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Huge play here for the Knights. You don't need it all. It's 4-down territory. Let's see if they can get something here.
3rd and 7. Fly barks out the orders from the shotgun. Here's a snap. He's looking left to throw, looking right, fires into the flats. It's tipped. Flag comes out. 2 flags come out. This one could be good news for the Knights.
Huge play there by C.J. Hill, the running back, picking up the linebacker blitz. He runs and he can also block, and that's exactly what Coach Lindsay loves to see in his running backs. As everybody was picked up, nice pass protection by the offensive line, and Hale does a good job sticking his nose in there and stopping that blitzing linebacker, giving Fly the opportunity to deliver that ball, and it looks like this is going to go against the Bruins, would be my guess.
They prepare to move the chains. White hat comes over to give the official signal. Defensive pass interference? Yes, that's exactly what it is. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Bishop Luers Knights inside the red zone of the Northrop Bruins. And I'm going to say that's probably the 11-yard line, maybe the 12, something like that. They do mark it at the 11. So they can get a first down without scoring here. And let's see, they're going to line up with an offset eye. Christian Fly in the shotgun. Here's a snap, a little low, get to the tailback, bouncing it outside right, finding some room. Flag comes out, tries to spin out of a tackle, and he's going to get knocked out near the line of scrimmage. And this is going to be a red zone penalty against the Bishop Luers Knights. Looks like a hold.
Yeah, hold up front as the flag came from the back judge behind the Knights' line of scrimmage, as it is indeed a hold against Luers. So that's going to push them back here. Fortunately enough, it came on 1st down, so you still have quite a few plays here to get that yardage back, but it's going to be one of those adversity plays that we haven't seen the Knights offense do a great job of so far tonight. It's been all runs for Luers except for that one play that was a pass on 3rd and long. This is going to be the 9th play of the drive, and now they're going to be set way back here on 1st down, and one of those things where you have 3 downs to get back near it. Don't have to get it all in one play, but positive yardage plays from here on out are very important for this Knights offense.
2:24 remaining here in the first half. Knights down 21-0. First and forever. Ball is back at the 25. Here's a snap. Quick throw over the middle to Berkmeyer. He's got it over the middle. Courageous catch. And that's going to get some of those good yards back. Not enough, and that's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Tackle, punt, pass, run, catch. He literally does it all.
He does.
And he does it all very well. He's just an athlete. And a nice play there by Berkmeyer, getting some yards back. Good throw by Fly as well.
So the ball is back inside the 20-yard line. About the 17, it looks like. Got a lot of glare off this screen here. Play action. Fly's in trouble. He rolls to his left. Fires downfield. He's got a man. Oh, reaches and no good in the end zone. His intended receiver was number 4, Sewell. Just off his hands. Oh, and we've got a flag in the backfield as well.
It's on the opposite side from where Fly was rolling out. Tough throw for him to try to make on the run as we wait for the penalty, and it's going to be, I think, another hold against the Knights.
Yep.
So that's going to push them way back. Still only 2nd down, so still have a little bit of downs to play with here, but they keep going in the wrong direction as they are now moving themselves outside of field goal range as well.
Well, folks, locally and family-owned for 37 years, Tim Didier Meats has built a reputation for fresh custom meat orders and customer service. If you'd like that special cut of beef for your next gathering, Tim Didier Meats can help. Give them a call at 260-482-8400 or find them on the web at timdidiermeats.com. 2nd and 32 now is the official word up here in the press box, as the Knights were really kind of shooting themselves in the foot here on this drive. It started out so promising, but penalties, especially red zone type, and now Fly is going to have a single protector back. Trips package to the left side. Here's a snap on 2nd and long. Screen over the middle, throws it into the ground, no good.
Yeah, I think everybody in the stadium knew that a screen was coming, and the one who knew that needed to know was Jordan Young from the nose tackle position. Actually, for the Bruins, all their linebackers dropped back, and most of the defensive linemen came forward. If it wasn't for Jordan Young standing there waiting on that screen pass, it was going to go for a big gain for the Knights. Now you're looking at maybe a draw, another screen. I doubt you air it out here, but you never know.
All right, 3rd and 32 from the 33-yard line. Here's a snap. It looks to throw, fires, seam route, and it is Berkmeyer. He's got the ball, and it looks like he's getting into the end zone. Does he get in? Where's the call?
Nice.
Touchdown, Luers.
Nick Berkmeyer, you never cease to amaze me. An unbelievable concentration catch there by Berkmeyer. Does a beautiful job watching it come all the way in. A nice seam route right down the middle of the field. And, Sean, it's our first touchdown call of the year, and I just don't know what to do.
I know. Oh, just a beautiful play. Unfortunately, we've got a player down on the field, and I'm trying to see, is it a Bruin or a Knight? It's a Bruin down on the field, so the team's going to go ahead and take a knee. But what an exciting play there for the Bishop Luers Knights as Berkmeyer catches the ball, seam route, double coverage, and makes it count as he's dragging tacklers into the end zone with him as well. So 6 points on the board for the Bishop Luers Knights. But we've got a player down right now being attended to by the trainers, and the coach comes out to look over things. But so for right now, we'll go ahead and keep things right here. Just a reminder, folks, next week, a big week for Redeemer Radio. Friday night, it's going to be the Battle of the Bishops as the Bishop Dwenger Saints host the Bishop Luers Knights from Shields Field on the north side of town. Tailgate talk starts at 6 p.m. with our Game of the Week coverage following immediately after, typically around 6:55. So join us all as I will have both color guys in the booth with me, one Matt Geely for the Bishop Luers Knights and Corey Kitchen for the Bishop Dwenger Saints as well. So that's the Battle of the Bishops coming to you next Friday night. And, of course, next Saturday night, another huge game here on Redeemer Radio as the University of St. Francis Cougars takes on Marion down at Marion under the lights. Pregame starts at 5:45 with a 6 o'clock tip-off. So great football coming up next weekend right here on Redeemer Radio. All right, so the injured player is helped off the field under his own power, a little limpy there, so hopefully he's going to be better, but certainly questionable for a return. And now the Bishop Luers Knights will come in to try and chip in this PAT. Carter Drake, number 29, should be on to do those honors.
4 of 5 so far in the year is Drake from the PAT. 3 of 6 from field goals, longest being 37. A weapon for the Knights. He was out a couple games ago with an injury. Glad to see him back and able to kick. He's a weapon.
Christian Fly on the hold for the Knights. Here's a snap. Hold is good. Kick. Oh, it's a line drive. Did he make it through? He did. All right, so it clears the post. 21-7 is your score here on homecoming night. The Northrop Bruins on top of the Bishop Luers Knights here in the waning moments of the first half. So we'll step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest
version of SAC football, where the Northrop Bruins are on top of the Bishop Luers Knights 21-7, but a fantastic grab by Nick Berkmeyer, Mr. Do-It-All. brings new life to the Bishop Luers Knights here in the winning moments of the first half. This could be a real momentum booster going into the locker room here, Matt.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those plays where, you had put together a couple of good drives. That was an 11-play drive right there. Started out by 6 straight runs. You move all the way down the field. Then you see that adversity where you got to be pushed back by penalties. And then you come through with that chunk play, just what you need to spark that offense. Now see if the defense can follow suit and get the ball back.
Drake's kick is taken near the 15-yard line and rolling up and through the middle of the scrum out north of the 30 is where Northrop will take over 1st and 10 here.
Tackle made by Grant Brow on the kick return. He plays middle linebacker for the Knights as well, so he just gets up, walks over to his defensive position. He's one of those kids who just likes to hit.
That's it. Demarius Cohen on the return there for the Bruins. And here comes the Northrop Bruins on offense, again led by Dylan Hoot. He's having quite a night through the air. First half numbers not complete yet, but with last time we heard 224 total yards for the Bruins with 131 through the air for Dylan Hoot. Will they try something over the top here to end the first half is the question. On 1st and 10, here's a quick give to the tailback, looking for some room. Hit in the backfield and driven back, nothing there. Great job by penetrating defense for the Knights.
Yeah, defensive line coach Mick Palmer has got to be excited and very pleased with his effort up front by Ben Rectanis, Will Derrick, and also Foster Johnson for the Knights. They're getting great push every single down. Just a couple gash plays here and there that you can correct, but I think that halftime speech is going to be keep doing more of the same as they're doing a great job so far.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11 now for Northrop. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback, trying a quick end around on the right side. Does get some positive yards out to about the 35-yard line. But that might do it. We are down to about 15 seconds as they make their way back to the huddle. And I don't know that they're going to get another play off. It surely doesn't look like it from here, as some of the Northrop coaching staff is shaking their heads, and that's going to do it for our first half, ladies and gentlemen. 21-7 is your halftime score. The Northrop Bruins on top of the Bishop Luers Knights. Lots to talk about during our halftime show, maybe even an extended halftime show, as it is homecoming here at Bishop Luers High School. So we will do our best to try and keep you entertained during that time and go from there. So we'll go ahead and step out for a little 1-minute break. And when we come back, it will be our halftime presentation. Stick around, folks. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Back to our halftime presentation, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Shawnee Construction. Shawnee Construction and Engineering, a full-service construction firm that meets and exceeds expectations. With a 94% repeat and referral business, when we say partnering for a lifetime, we mean it. That's Shawnee Construction and Engineering, our halftime sponsor. Again, 21-7 is your halftime score. And right now what we're going to do is talk to our VIP guest. So things have changed up a little bit. We thought he might be here during the second part of halftime.
Well, that's fine.
But clearly he thinks Redeemer Radio is more important than anything else. So he is absolutely welcome to come in and have a seat. He is the head cheerleader here at Bishop Luers High School, Principal Mr. Huth. Welcome to the booth, and thanks very much for joining us.
Oh, thank you guys, and thank you guys for all that you do for high school athletics here in Fort Wayne and for Bishop Luers High School. It's awesome. It's awesome.
More than welcome. I got to say, first and foremost, the faithful came out on a Saturday night.
Impressive.
This is, isn't it?
Yeah.
This this is great.
Yeah, we were talking about it all day. You know, what's going to look like, or the kids going to show up, and oh my gosh, they're here, and it's a good show, and I hope we can pull this thing closer in the second half and make an exciting run here.
Well, you know, that last drive was really something to watch, and the ground game seems to be gathering some steam, and I think you know, the men up front, as Matt Geely talked about, are trying to exert their will, and I think it's becoming more positive for the Knights.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a game of attrition. You kind of stay at it, and good things happen.
That's right, exactly. Well, thinking about staying at it, let's talk about the Bishop Luers High School here. Let's talk about this year so far, and maybe you know, about the senior class and what's going on inside the school right now, and all that kind of good stuff. So the floor is yours, as they say.
I tell you what, I have to start with the homecoming week this week was absolutely unbelievable. New student government was put in place, and they really took charge of Spirit Week, and the participation levels are the highest I've seen since I've been here. Every class was participating. The kids are dressing up. We had a old person's day, which was quite funny. Lots of gray hair in the building and canes, and that was interesting. We had Twins Day, and then we had trios or more, so something revolving around a group of 3 or more. I think the funniest was President Wamsley, the student president, had an entourage of about 5 guys that dressed up as Secret Service men with the earpieces and everything. It was awesome, and they escorted him around. You know, and I know Mr. Hawkins went up to touch the president, and the Secret Service jumped in and pushed him away. It was fun, and the kids had a great week and a lot of fun. And then we had a great pep session on Friday, and it was kind of disappointing not to be able to play last night because the energy was super high. But I'm just saying that this year's group, the kids, the leadership that they showed in the building, and just, you know, hey, you know, we're not a great football team right now, but these kids are staying with them, and they're behind them, and they're supporting them, and it's just, you know, it's fun. It's a fun atmosphere in the school, and the energy in the school is incredibly positive.
Fantastic. When we talk about this, Mr. Huthman, every class seems to have its own personality, and you've been in this for quite some time, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. What makes this senior class, you alluded to it a little bit here, what makes them different from other senior classes that you've seen?
Well, I tell you what, there's not like 1 or 2 like superstars in this group. It's a group of kids that all have different qualities and different attributes that they add to the school, and they all take center stage. And for example, during the pep session, you know, President Wamsley gets out in front of the student body, and they just erupted and got all standing up and clapping and shouting his name, and got into the Wamsley chant. And I'm just saying, you know, and Nick has never really shown himself before as a student. He's just been kind of in the mix, and now he's exploded onto the top. And so there are examples. We got Nick Berkmeyer out here on the football field, you know, as a senior. He's always been kind of the mix, but now he's showing up as a true leader and a catalyst. Yep. And I could go through each sport and say there's that senior on that team that's really pushing it. And, you know, some teams are doing better than others, but I'm telling you that the ability for our athletic teams, at least this fall, to beat the big schools. The boys soccer team starts the year by beating Canterbury and then beating Dwenger successfully. And yes, they've had ups and downs, but they know they've got the potential. The volleyball team has been in every game, and they took Concordia to a 23-25 second match, and then, you know, just didn't have it. But we're right there, you know. You can just feel it in so many different ways in so many different sports. So it's fun. But this crew is just, you know, there's not one like person. It's a whole collection of kids trying to make things, because they understand the tradition. They understand, you know, what it's about to be a Knight.
Great stuff. So beyond the soccer field or athletics, football field, anything like that, what else is going on within the school to help support the kids? If somebody's at home and talk about maybe show choir or fundraisers or clubs or activities, how can our folks at home catch some of that Luers spirit?
Yeah, the show choir thing is always just a natural for Luers, and I know they're just getting started and geared up for their year, and so they've been doing a little fundraising. But, you know, you heard them sing the national anthem tonight, and it's outstanding. You know, that quality just continues to go through and through and through, and, you know, Chris Andorfer taking that over now, just doing a phenomenal job. We've got this new student government that I'm talking about. We kind of took away student council and really started student government. What's cool about it is the kids are electing senators. So we have a Senate, we have an executive committee, a Senate, and then representatives from each club, athletic team in the building nominate 2 people to be in the House of Representatives.
Wow.
And so you got meetings that'll be happening with the House that feeds to the Senate, to the Executive Committee, and then President Walmsley then has direct access to me to bring the voice of the student to the leadership. And that's been kind of a lacking part of our school, and I'm really excited about, and again, with the energy that they brought for Spirit Week, for the homecoming week, I think there are great things coming.
Folks, in case you're just joining us, this is our halftime presentation here at Bishop Luers High School, and we're talking with Principal Jim Huth. Jim, from a Catholic identity standpoint, obviously the kneeling night says a lot and shows a lot to these kids. But your chaplains and religious ed teachers and things like that, how do you feel about the direction of your Catholic identity within the school?
Well, you just led me into about a 20-minute conversation. I'm sorry, but our kneeling night, and I'm telling you, I tell this story to the kids coming in or any recruit that comes in, any student that comes in after freshman year, and I talk definitely with the freshmen about it. That kneeling night represents who we are. And that kneeling night, if you look at him, if you've seen the symbol, and the kids wear it on their shirt every day, he is kneeling and humbling himself before God. He is in prayer. And I always point to the kids, to humble yourself is an incredibly important thing. If you can humble yourself and understand that bow to authority when needed, you will go far in life. And then I point to him and say, where is his weapon? Well, his sword is behind him.
Yeah.
He's relinquished his weapon. And I ask the kids, what weapons do you bring to school every day? And I'm not talking about guns and knives here. I'm talking about other weapons. And I say, they'll look at me and I go, your attitude, your words, and your actions can be weapons. And look at our knight. If you get confused, look at your knight. His weapon is behind him. He's relinquished his weapons and is humbling himself before God. If you can do that, then you're on your way here at Bishop Luers High School.
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely stuff. All right, well, I know you can talk for another 20 minutes, but we can't.
I know, I understand. That's all right.
We're going to let you get back to it. I know it's a big day down there on the track right now with homecoming, so I'm sure you have other responsibilities.
Yes, I do.
Jim, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you guys again for all that you do.
Absolutely. Thanks. All right, that's Principal Mr. Huth with us for our halftime VIP interview. Can't thank him enough for being with us. We're going to step out for a little 1-minute break. When we come back, Jim Shorts is here with first half stats and a lot more. So stick around, folks. You're listening to SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Shawnee Construction halftime presentation, it's 21-7. The Northrop Bruins on top of the Bishop Luers Knights. And just a reminder, folks, H&L Electric is your full-service electrical contractor. From commercial and industrial to residential work, H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest of projects for your business or residence. Call our friend Pete Henry at H&L Electric. And right now we're going to bring in our stats man, Mr. Jim Shorts, to talk about the first half numbers. Jim, take it away.
Sean, good to be with you tonight. Interesting matchup here. We've got 21 points for Northrop, 7 for Luers, but really a lot closer on the scoreboard in terms of total yards. Northrop, 228 yards, 131 through the yard from Dylan Hoot, and 145 on the ground from their running team, led primarily by Green with 9 rushes and 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. He took that flea flicker play from Pettis, put that ball in the end zone. On the Luers side of the ball, Fly had 5 for 8, 69 yards and 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Berkmeyer, that kid, boy, that kid can play. That is fun to watch. That play where he caught that ball, he dragged 3 or 4 guys 10 yards and spun and got in the end zone.
Yep.
Just a whale of a player. But On the Luers side of the ball, 8 pass plays, 24 rushes, and I think, like Matt mentioned, C.J. Hale, you've got him rushing 12 times. He almost has 100 yards, 91 yards on the ground. Every time he touches the ball, 5 to 6 quality yards. He had 3 plays over 10 yards. You got to keep running the ball. I think that wears the defense out, puts you in a lot better position toward the end of the game. Looking to see what else we have here to share. Green on the Northrop side of the ball, almost as effective. He took that flea flicker in as well, the 48 yards on that first play where Pettis pitched to him. He had a 70-yard run, 9 rushes overall for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is a lot of offense by him. Wow. So we'll head it back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Jim, for that update right there. And we'll go ahead and send things down if we can. I know Eric Pete is down on the sidelines enjoying the halftime festivities for homecoming. But right now, let's see what Eric sees from his perspective about the first half of play here. Eric, are you with us, sir?
I'm with you, Sean, and I can tell you right now, 21-7 on the scoreboard. The Knights have been here before. They were down 19-0 to Northside last week, and they made the comeback, 2 touchdowns in the second half to make it a 19-14 game, but just couldn't finish the deal. So that's been on the opposite side of the case for Northrop. Last year they were so close in so many games. This year it's been a different case. And to me, the big difference for the Bruins this year, and it's playing out tonight as well, is they're no longer finding ways to lose close games. They're finding ways to win close games. All 3 of their victories have come by 14 points or less, and 2 of them by 1 score. So this Bruins team, it's taken a long time. The maturation process is coming into effect, and we can see that maturity showing out on the field, led by Dylan Hoot, the senior quarterback, and, of course, Jeremiah Green. He does so much. And I tell you what, that run he had through the middle where he just the waters parted and he took it to the house reminded me of the last time the Bruins visited Luers Field when Keyshawn Edwards ran for over 300 yards to set a school record. So, but against all that, with minus the trick play, Luers would be within 7 points. So you can't feel too bad about that.
No, great observations and good backups there, Eric. Thanks very much for that. And so I think what we want to do now is get ready for a break. It looks like we've got a couple minutes left in our halftime presentation here, but we got to stay frosty with what happens down on the track as well, as it looks like the homecoming king and queen have been crowned, and many a tear were shed, apparently. That's right.
Who?
Folks, again, just a reminder, the Bishop Luers High School is a Catholic educational institution which fosters dignity, integrity, respect, and responsibility in all students. You can visit the Bishop Luers website at www.bishopluers.org. We're going to step out for a little 30 seconds break. When we come back, Matt Geely and company will talk about what we can expect in the third quarter. Stick around, football fans. This is SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM. McBride. This is our halftime presentation, which is winding down. Again, it's 21-7 Northrop over the Bishop Luers Knights here on homecoming night. But again, Matt, when we talk about the game, the score doesn't really kind of reflect the attitude or spirit of the game in my mind.
No, it's been really back and forth, and we got to a point near the start of the second quarter where Northrop had put together 3 straight touchdowns, 2 of which were huge chunk plays, one being the hook and ladder shocker to everybody, and then the one up the middle where you just got caught in a blitz outside of your contain. And that's usually when this Knights defense and the team as a general just kind of deflates. And we didn't see that this time. And I finally saw some players just say that's enough. I'm done with this. This is my homecoming. I got fans in the stands. I want to play hard, and that's exactly what they went out and did. And it starts with C.J. Hale at the running back position. 12,
I agree.
12 carries, 91 yards. He came into the game with 58 yards, and as a team, they rushed for an average of 100 yards a game. He's already almost there just himself.
Yep.
He's at 12 carries so far. I need him to be at about 20 to 25 by the end of this game, and I mean it. You just have to commit to it. It helps your defense. It keeps them on the sideline. Your offensive line is taking it personally themselves. I know they've had some of the hardest weeks of practice they've had their entire lives because they haven't shown up in a lot of these games. Tonight they're showing up, and they're putting this team on their back. Give him the ball, let them run free, and once they do that and they're able to kind of keep putting things together, they're going to really kind of just spark it. And Eric, if you're with us, I have a question for you as well. You were down there on the sideline after that touchdown by the Knights. Could you just feel like the air kind of just come back into this team?
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw the players coming off the sideline. Birkmeyer was just stoic as he walked over to the sideline, but the coaches have really stayed level-headed the whole game. Even after that hook and ladder to open the game, they were just clapping their hands saying, hey, we're all right. We're all right. Yes. They weren't allowing the players to hang their heads or anything like that. So, but just to piggyback on what you said about Hale running the football, he's just been so effective and running downhill. In their one victory this year over Wayne, he had over 100 yards. So they're just kind of following the script, so to speak, there, and also taking advantage of the opening that Northrop's given them. Northrop's given up some big numbers this year on the ground. Even last week in their win over Concordia, Amir Drew had over 100 yards and the game-tying score. So I think Bishop Luers saw something there. They went back to their bread and butter, and it's paying off tonight.
So, guys, I've got open mics for both of you here. Third quarter or second half adjustments? What are you seeing from both sides of the squad? Because obviously, if you're the Northrop defensive coordinator and defensive coaches, target number one, that's going to be stopping Hale. It's clearly. So, do you dial up some additional run blitzes, or are you ghosting him? What's the plan there to stop Hale?
I think first you look up front and you talk to your defensive lineman up front and you say, hey guys, I need you guys to quit giving up ground. So what's happening is the Knights are winning the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Hale's getting into that second level before anybody touches him. If you can get your defensive linemen to hold their ground and let those linebackers roam free, you have a better chance of at least bottling him up, because there's no secret about it. You want to make this Knights team throw. Fly's already thrown one interception tonight. He does take care of the ball most of the time, but it's high school football. Things get away from you when you have to go to the air 40, 50 times a game. It's just not that kind of style. And I'm sure Eric can piggyback off of that as far as what he wants to see from the defense as well.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm thinking about the Knights quarterback situation, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Hale got a majority of his yards with Fly under center.
Yep.
And I wonder, because of the threat of throwing, they don't know for sure. Luers is keeping them guessing, whereas Birkmeyer under center, the defense for the Bruins has a better idea that a run is coming. So,
and Eric, you make a great point there, and that's something that I'm curious to see if there's something in that playbook here in the second half where you have Birkmeyer at quarterback and he finally just drops back on one after maybe a play action. He shows off his arm, because he can do everything else. I can guess he can throw as well. But you're right, that Fly being under there does give them a little bit more of a mystery, as far as at least you have to respect the pass. That's a good point.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. That's great talking points. Now it's time for doing points, as both teams are back out on the field, and we're getting ready to start third quarter action. Again, folks, in case you're just joining us, we're broadcasting live from Bishop Luers High School, and it is going to be the start of the third quarter here as the Northrop Bruins are on top and getting ready to kick off against the Bishop Luers Knights. Your score, 21-7. The Knights scoring late in the first half to give them a little boost going into the locker room. So let's see if that momentum takes them away, as they will have the ball to start the third quarter. Bezgoric to kick the ball away for the Northrop Bruins. From the 40, end over end line shot that time, taken near the 2-yard line. 10, 15, 20, 25, gets to the sideline, puts his shoulder down, dives north of the 30, and that's where the Bishop Luers Knights will take over. I believe that was Hale on the return.
Yeah, that was Sir Hale on the return there for the Knights, and the Knights will start on offense now. Touchdown drive, they start out with 6 straight runs. Let's see if they commit to the running game and get things going here. Up front still for the Knights, it's Workman, Berkmeyer, Boudet, Baum, and Derrick. Flies at quarterback, and let's see if the Bruins defensive line can put up a little bit of a stand.
Yeah, let's see where they officially mark this ball at the 32-yard line. Working off the left hash mark and going right to left on your radio dial is Fly and company. They break huddle and come to the line. The whistle blows, and we are ready for third quarter action. 2 receivers left and right with a single setback. Man in motion now, going left to right, and they fake to him, give to the tailback through the middle. Falling forward out to the 35 is Hale on the carry, number 23.
Tackle made by number 8, Devon Godsey. Comes from that linebacker position on the left side, sneaks through the backside, using his quickness to get to running back Hale. Bruins linebackers are playing much closer to the line of scrimmage. Definitely a halftime adjustment they've made. Let's see if the Knights offensive line can pick them up and keep them moving.
Gain of 3 that time, brings up 2nd and 7. Here's a snap, quick screen, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, off target as he was going for number 13, Scotty.
Yeah, Van Lanningham had a chance there. He's completed a couple of those passes so far tonight. It's basically a run. It's a throw right at the line of scrimmage. That Bruins secondary is playing really far off. Only one guy on press coverage. Other guy playing off of Brody Glenn at the bottom of the screen. It's a screen play that, you just got to complete that pass and give him a chance to run with it. And now 3rd and long here for the Knights. Big play.
It is a big play. Is it a passing down? And it looks like it. Stepping up into the pocket, has some time, now flushed. He's getting swarmed over and finally sacked. Christian Fly not able to get rid of that ball. And that's going to be a tackle for a loss of about 1, maybe 2. And it's going to bring up 4th and 9 for the Knights. So the opening drive in the third quarter stalls for the Knights, and the punt team comes on.
Yeah, it's one of those things where that internal clock in Fly's head kind of sometimes takes a little too quick. He stepped up to the pressure where the Knights' offensive line was actually making a nice little cup around him. He had a chance there to maybe deliver the ball to Van Lanningham, who was wide open at the bottom of the screen, unable to do so, and the Knights have to punt.
Good snap this time. Punt is nearly blocked, but it does get into the air. Takes a sideward hop and is touched up near the 40-yard line. So short field coming up after Berkmeyer's punt for the Knights for Dylan Hoot and company as they come out on offense for the first time in the second half, leading 21-7. Folks, just a reminder again, next weekend, a big weekend for football here on Redeemer Radio. It's the Battle of the Bishops taking place out of Bishop Dwenger High School. Tailgate talk starts at 6 p.m. with game coverage starting at 6:55. There was a report that the offense and defensive coordinators for the Bishop Dwenger Saints were in the house tonight doing some scouting. Not confirmed. But here's Northrop on offense. Dylan Hoot in the shotgun. Receivers right and left. Give to the tailback. No, quarterback keeper through the seam. He's got more room and gets north of the first down stick and is going to be dropped near the 50-yard line.
That's a new look we haven't seen so far. Hoot keeps it himself that time. Nice job there. Kind of gets the Knights' defensive ends to kind of suck down towards the middle of the field, leaving that open on the right edge. He was able to scamper for a first down. Good start for the Bruins on offense. And they've been fairly successful, especially when they get positive gains on first down.
Yeah, one play, one first down for the Bruins. Twins right and left this time with a single setback. Hoot in the shotgun. Snap. Give to the tailback this time, dancing around the edge and falling forward for a gain of 1, maybe 2 into Bishop Luers territory. Going to be marked up at the 48-yard line.
Tackle made by Ben Rectanis, and he's had the best game that I've seen him have all year long. That time coming from the backside, playing at the nose tackle position, but he was shading the right side. Run play was to the left. Does a phenomenal job coming across the field and limiting it to a 1-yard gain. Knights defense needs to get a stop here.
Same formation this time. Single setback, offset to his right side. Hoot in the shotgun. Going to be a screen out to the wide side. Stepped in front of him. It's picked off. He's going down the field. That's Jennings on the run. He's at the 5, and he's going to score a touchdown.
Ben Jennings comes from the flat, steps right in front of the ball and says, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take it to the house. A nice play there by Jennings, and the Knights score first here in the second half, and you can just feel the energy come back through this Knights defense. A house call for Jennings. He answers it, and the Knights put another 7 up on the board.
A 48-yard pick six for Ben Jennings puts the Knights right back in it as they line up for a PAT. Wow, he's good eyes on Jennings. He read that screen perfectly, jumped in front of it, and took it away. Very exciting. And, of course, the Bishop Luers Knights only 1 score away with a successful PAT coming up here shortly with 9:27 to go in the third quarter. Drake puts his leg into it. It is up, and it is good. 21-14 is your score, and new life for the Bishop Luers Knights here in the third quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar.
Reporter of Redeemer Radio in our Fort Wayne area Catholic schools. This makes a huge difference in our community. Notre Dame Federal Credit Union would like to challenge you now. More people to do just the same. Call Tricia Benzing at 260-247-2361 to get more information on how you can support Redeemer Radio. 21-14 is your score. Northrop on top of Bishop Luers. Luers with a pick six on the back of Ben Jennings there. And new life now as they kick the ball away. Carter Drake puts his leg into it, end over end kick. Going to be taken near the sidelines at the 15-yard line. Gets up to the 20. 25, and won't get much more. There is Pettis, maybe the 26-27. All right, so that is where Northrop will try this again, if you will. Their first drive was going along quite well, and then Jennings said, no, I'm going to do an interception and run it back for a touchdown. So now they're going to try it again here, a little deeper this time in their own territory. And they do mark it at looks to be about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 with a trips package to the left side, one wide right, and a single setback for Northrop. Hoot in the shotgun. Snap, give to the tailback, tries to bounce it outside left. He does have some room, gets into the linebacker core, and he's going to be dropped near the 35-yard line. Gain of about 7 that time for Green.
Sean, I've been preaching it for the Knights all game about running the football, and I could do the same thing on the other side for the Bruins. I will say that interception was a pretty high percentage throw out in the flats, normally one that you don't expect to go the other way. But I've yet to see Green really bottled up much on this Bruins offense. So I think you just got to hand him that ball too, and let's just see which unit up front can do the most damage.
Yep. We'll call that a gain of 6, brings up 2nd and 4. Quarterback decides to keep it end around left side. He's got the first down, still trying to find some room, gets spun down after gain of about 7, and he's going to be stopped at about the 42-yard line.
Sean, that's twice so far this half we've seen the quarterback keep it. That's an adjustment that we didn't see in the first half, an adjustment that the Knights defense is going to have to make here sooner rather than later, because if he's going to keep that ball, you need to preach to your defensive ends to stay home.
Yep.
Trust the other 10 guys on the field to make the play. Do your assignment and keep him from getting loose like that.
Yeah, he's going to have to seal the edge for sure. Trips right now on first down. Quick give to Green through the middle. Tough run that time. Hard gain of 1, maybe 2, close to the 44.
3 plays, 3 runs for the Bruins. That time it was Grant Brow coming blitzing from the right side from the middle linebacker position, sticks his nose in there and keeps Green from breaking loose. Nice tackle there by Grant Brow. He's a form tackling guy, not overly big, especially from a middle linebacker, but he is not afraid to get in there and get after it.
Call that a gain of 2, brings up 2nd and 8 now. Ball just shy of the 45-yard line. Hoot in the shotgun, trips package to the right side. Option play, here's a pitch. Tailback has it. He's got the first down, diving for it inside Bishop Luers territory, and he's going to be out of bounds near the 46-yard line of Bishop Luers, and that's going to move the chains.
Options, options, options. It's the kryptonite for this Knights defense so far this year. Whether it's a read option, the quarterback's keeping it, or if it's a true option where he's pitching it to the running back, it always seems like there's only one Knight defender there. You need help from either an outside linebacker or a defensive end. Somebody's got to get pitch man. If not, the Bruins are going to keep driving.
Place the ball at the 45-yard line of Bishop Luers. And a fresh set of downs with trips to the right. 1 wide left and a single setback. Hoot taking his time on the play. Gives it the tailback, bouncing it outside. Pursuit this time, looking for a block, getting it. He's got the room and gets down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line.
really patient run there by Green for the Bruins. Does a nice job kind of stuttering and setting it up and waiting to break it free, waiting for his blocker on the outside. Knights defense getting gashed on the outsides on both sides of the field. Definitely doing a great job plugging up the middle, but the outside contain has been lacking, and the Bruins are driving.
That was an 18-yard run that time by Green. He's putting up impressive numbers on the ground so far. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's a snap. Give to Green again. Off tackle left. This time he tries to go north and south. They limit it. Gets into the linebackers and not much more there. But he's going to be inside the 25 down to about the 23.
Sean, after the interception, 6 plays, 6 runs for the Bruins, and they're just driving right down the field. The exact same thing we saw the Knights offense do in the first half on a possession. It's killer for your defense, but it only takes one stop or one penalty to really get the momentum back. This Knights defense up front has got to stop the run.
Yeah, we're halfway through the third quarter already. 2nd and maybe 6 here. Give to Green. Just a blast off tackle right. It gets down to the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but it's going to set up a 3rd and manageable. 3rd and about 3.
Really well done there up front, and the Knights defensive line answering the call on that play, doing a nice job controlling the line of scrimmage. Good stick there by Berkmeyer from the linebacker position. Now a 3rd and short here, and depending on how you feel about your kicker's leg, he does have the wind at his back, but this could be 4-down territory. Huge play for the Knights here to try to get a sack or try to get a stuff at the line of scrimmage.
Rectanis checks out for the Knights. Trips package to the left side from the shotgun. Here's a snap. Quarterback option, right side pitch. He's got the first down and more. Patient spinning down close to the 10-yard line before Green is knocked down.
8 plays, 8 runs. That time it was an option to the right side. Berkmeyer had quarterback, and he was there. Pitch man, no one to be found.
Yeah.
Same thing we saw earlier in this game. We've yet to find another guy come across. And I don't know if it's an assignment issue. I don't know if it's great blocking up front by the Bruins. But either way, it's working, and I don't see them going to the air anytime soon.
The chains go away. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for Northrop now. They are threatening, and the ground game is growing. Here's a snap. Give to Green. Off tackle, left side, bouncing it outside, looking for some room. Gets hit, dropped. Big tackle for loss. Nice open field tackle there by the defender for the Knights.
Joe Derrick, number 6 for the Knights, and we're starting to see a different mindset out of these defensive backs for the Knights. We have a pick 6. We're getting tackles for loss. These kids are stepping up, and it's been a part of the team that they've heard noise about all year long, how they're small, how they give up big plays, things that they just have taken on their shoulders, and now they're starting to react to it, and they're starting to put with a little bit of energy, and I love it.
Loss of 4 that time. Takes the ball back out to the 13-yard line. 2nd and goal now from the 13 for Northrop. Here's a snap. Give to Green through the middle. Finds a little bit of room. Big push. Takes it again back down to maybe the 10. Just inside the 10, back down to the 9. So he gets 4 yards back. Again, now we're down to 3rd and goal from the 9.
Here comes the 11th play of the drive. They've all been runs to this point, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pass on this play, and I would look for Quellen Pettis. He seems to be Hoot's favorite target. He's a big frame, big body, and he's got a huge mismatch at the bottom of the screen if you're watching at home on Summit City. Look for maybe a fade to the back corner of the end zone. Need a pass rush from the Knights.
Here's a snap. He looks downfield, looks over the middle, guns it into the end zone. Oh, Berkmeyer puts a paw on it, and it falls to the ground.
Oh, you're just everywhere, aren't you, Nick Berkmeyer? You are just unbelievable. Does a nice job from the linebacker position, falling back into coverage, gets that right hand up and knocks it down. That was going to be 6, and now the Bruins are going to have to settle for a field goal and a one from a little bit of a testy distance here, Sean. It's definitely not a gimme.
It's not a gimme for sure. And he's going to be offset to the left side. I believe that's Begoric to do this one. Here's a snap, not a necessarily good one. The kick is up.
Great leg.
And it's good, more than enough distance. So 3 more points on the board for the Northrop Bruins. And that takes your score 24-14 with 3:49 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll step out for a 30-second break. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Here at Bishop Luers High School, where the Knights defense holds a surging Northrop offense to 3 points. And Matt, I know they don't want to give up any points, but honestly, after that drive, that was a good thing.
Oh, it was phenomenal. It was a nice job. They got down to first and goal from the 9, and they really stood up strong at that point, stopping them on 2 runs and then a pass on 3rd down, thanks to Nick Berkmeyer from the linebacker position. And they settled for that field goal. And the way your offense has been kind of cruising here, it's a win for this defense because you couldn't afford to give up 7. Now, if you can go down and get a score here in any fashion, you have a good kicker as well, and you're able to kind of stay in this ball game.
All right, here is the kick. They launch it deep, and this one's going into the end zone for a touchback. Yeah,
he's impressive.
He is. Yeah, big leg there for Bajorek. And so far, it looks like Green for the tailback, number 5 for Northrop, sitting at 198 yards on the night on the ground. So very impressive numbers by the Northrop tailback. And here comes the Bishop Luers on offense. Looks like Christian Fly is going in. Let's check in real fast down on the sidelines.
Well, you guys are talking about the leg of the kicker there. And that's rightfully so, but also the wind is really picked up down here on the sideline. It is a factor, and now the Knights going against the wind for the final portion of this quarter, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, great observation. All right. Christian Fly is in there with an offset eye from the shotgun. Pressure looks to come to give to the tailback, looking for that edge, trying to get in between some blockers. Not much there on that run as they will drop him after maybe a yard gain. That's Hale on the carry.
Phenomenal job by Nigel Washington, the defensive end for the Bruins. I've called his name a couple times tonight. He does a really good job on that right side, setting the edge and making Hale cut it up inside. Gives his linebackers a chance to flow to the ball, and it brings all of his defenders to the ball. Does a good job there bottling up Hale on 1st down.
2nd and 9 now for the Knights. Again, give to the middle. Trying to grind something out, another yard on that carry. Nigel Washington checks in. He is a senior, 6'2", 225, and he dresses bigger than that. He takes up a lot of room there, the defensive end for Northrop.
So we've seen Northrop's adjustments on offense, doing a lot of options, and the defensive adjustment I've seen so far is an extra guy in the box, and the linebackers are going downhill right at the snap, no matter what. Their first 2 steps are right to the line of scrimmage as they're trying to fill these holes. Knight's got to make an adjustment here, whether it's a sweep play to the outside or a play action. Here comes a blitz.
Blitz through the middle. Fly gets rid of it. Berkmeyer catches it, tries to turn it north and south, breaks a couple tackles, dragging tacklers with him out to the 35 for a 1st down.
Sean, we're just witnessing one man and his will to win.
It's insane.
And it's contagious.
Yes.
Also, it makes your sideline fired up. It makes your offensive line get a little fired up, and it's a culture shock, and it's just what one man out of 10 on the field can do. He can hardly even jog off the field. He's so tired. He's doing so much. But you know what? I can guarantee he's going to be back out there in no time making another play.
You bet. 1st and 10. Huge 3rd down conversion that time by the Knights. Out to the 35-yard line. Fly, low snap. He has to pick it up. Finally gives it to Hill. He finds some room. He's off to the races down the middle at the 40. He's down to the 30. Makes a move and is going to be tackled at the 25-yard line. No flags on the play. A huge run by Hale. Anderson.
Oh, it was Ramon Anderson.
Anderson.
It was that change of pace speedster, and props to Fly to pick up that snap and get the handoff. I didn't think he got it in time.
I didn't
Does
either.
a great job just pitching it to him. Bruins brought a corner blitz. Anderson went right by the guy. Huge gain.
All right, here's Anderson again going left side, getting that corner. He's at the 15, gets a block at the 10, down to the 5, grinding towards that pylon, and they're going to say he stepped out shy near the 2-yard line.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of that change of pace after Hale's thumping you. We're going to give him to the speedster and let him get to the outside. Anderson, back-to-back phenomenal runs. This offensive line is fired up, and so am I, Sean. We're at the 2. Let's try to punch it in.
No huddle offense. Fly from the shotgun. Anderson behind him. Give to Anderson again. Oh, they found him this time, and he's hit. Tackle for loss back near the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the Bruins defensive line sticking up, just like the Knights defensive line did on the last possession. It's tough when you get down there near that goal line. You have to find that right combo as far as tailback and the hole to run through. now moving back here kind of sets them behind the 8 ball here on second down. I still think you go back to the run game, Sean, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see something on the outside this time.
On second down, you want to think maybe a play action to a tight end or something like that could be a neat play to dial up at this point, but that might come on third down too. Let's see, we've got an offset eye here. Fullback in position now. Anderson still is a tailback. Here's a snap, low snap, give to Anderson through the middle, punching it to the right side, diving for the end zone, touchdown!
Ramon Anderson, the story of the drive, using his quickness on the first 2 big runs to get down there, and then he follows the back of Alex Workman pulling from the left tackle position for a little touchdown escort, and the Knights inch just a little bit closer.
Boy, that's a big one. Eric Pete, what do you have for us?
Well, I love the fact that the Knights stayed true to the run on that possession. I also love that they stayed with the hurry up. I saw a lot of hands on hips on the part of the Bruins, and here's a bad snap on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, the bad snap. They weren't able to get it going, and so only 6 that time for the Bishop Luers Knights, and that puts the score at 24-20 with 48 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. We're going to step out and take a breath. You're listening to SAC Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar
here at Bishop Luers High School, where the Knights inch closer. 24-20 is now your lead, Northrop, over the Bishop Luers Knights, with 48.7 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And the Knights are lined up, awaiting the Drake kickoff from the 40. He's kicking right to left on your radio dial. Kick is in the air, end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded near the 5-yard line. Getting north and finding a little bit of room and a nice return on their hands out to the 30-yard line. So about a 25-yard return that time for Northrop. And they'll be set up ready to go right near the 30.
Tackle made by Sir Hale. It's just a Hale affair out here tonight. Nice tackle made by him. And he's going to go right back out on the field, play corner for the Knights. And this is another moment for the Luers defense. And, Sean, it's crazy how all year I've seen, the Knights defense looking gassed near the end of possessions, just like Eric Pete said that the Bruins were feeling. And that's just a result of keeping the possession and running the football. Let's see if this defense can get a stop.
1st and 10 from the 30 for Northrop in the waning seconds of the third quarter. Here's a snap. He looks to throw on first down. Goes to the flats outside. Stuck immediately. No yards after the catch near the 35.
A little contact there from Joe Derrick from the cornerback position. That's back-to-back possessions where he started out with a little bit of a thump. Nice tackle made from him from the corner position. That puts him at 14 tackles on the year. Nice little gain, though, for the Bruins on first down. Going to the air, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to that run game, though, as it seems to be the most successful for them.
Yeah. Call that a gain of 4.5. Brings up second down right at the 35-yard line. Here's a snap. And, again, quarterback keeper on the left side. This time the Knights sniff it and limit that gain to two, maybe 3.
Tackle made by Nick Burkmeyer as the quarter comes to an end. It was either Nick Burkmeyer or it was a touchdown. Nick Burkmeyer won.
That's it. All right, 12 more minutes left to play, ladies and gentlemen. We'll step out for a 1-minute break. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th.
Outside, they fake the jet sweep. He rolls right, looks to throw, has some pressure, looking, firing back towards the middle, in and out of the hands, and incomplete.
That was a coverage play by the Knights as they tried the play-action rollout, and they had two guys coming over the middle of the field, draped all over by Knights defenders. There was one guy open here way back, but you don't have to really worry about him because that's almost an impossible throw to make. Good coverage by the Knights secondary and linebackers. Everybody kind of chipped in there, forcing the Bruins to punt, and you just kind of can feel that momentum. Keep on building.
That's it. All right, so the punt team is on for Northrop. Adrian Scott, number 1, to punt this one away for the Bruins. Oh, it's a high snap. He does have it, puts his leg into it. Not necessarily the best punt, shanks it, and it goes out of bounds through the air near the 45-yard line. And then they walk it back into Northrop territory to the 48. So a short field coming up for the Bishop Luers Knights on offense. Boy, a tremendous job by the defense there, and now it's up to the offense. We are in fourth quarter action. 24-20 is your score, and you have to feel, Matt, that the scales are now within the Knights' grasp. I mean, the momentum is there.
Absolutely, and it feels a lot like last week against Northside, where all second half the Knights' defense stood up and the Knights' offense was really clicking up until fluke play where there was a bad punt snap and the Northside punter picked it up and ran it for a first down and kind of was able to ice the game. So if you can just, stay true to yourselves, stay true to the little things, and keep building without giving up big plays, you're going to put yourself in a chance to win this game.
Here comes Bishop Luers on offense. Fly has a man in motion going to the outside, fake the jet sweep, give it to him. No, quarterback decides to keep it, and he's going to push forward. Not much there, but maybe a yard or two down to the 47, it looks like.
That was a okay keep there by Fly, as there was about 3 or 4 Bruins defenders in the backfield waiting on the handoff. It was a triple option. He kept it himself, was able to get back just past the line of scrimmage, so denies the loss of yardage on first down. And now you're going to see Berkmeyer check back in for a little tight end wide out position here as the Knights get the play.
He's going to be in the slot right on the short side. One wide left is Scotty V. Here's the snap. Give to the tailback. No. Quick screen out to the short side. Hitting the backfield. Nowhere to go is number 16, Brody Glenn, for Bishop Luers. And that's going to be a tackle for loss.
We've seen them run that little bubble rocket screen on the outside a couple times tonight, but it's always been quarterback catch the snap and boom, hit it. That time he did the play action, which gave the Northrop defenders who were way off the ball time to come up and make the play. If you're going to do that, it's got to be a quick hitter. It took too long to develop. It didn't really fool anybody, and the Knights are now way behind the 8 ball here on third down. Actually got a little fortunate with the forward progress, making it only 3rd and 10.
Right, yeah, that's a generous spot, but the Knights will take it for sure. 3rd and 10 now for the Knights in Northrop territory at the 48. Fly from the shotgun, single setback. Prevent defense. He's got some time now, scrambling, and finally decides to chuck it downfield and out of bounds. So smartly does that, and that is going to kill this drive. And the punt team's going to have to come on with Berkmeyer and company. Now, interestingly enough, they're at the 48 of Northrop. If they can prevent a return, they're going to give a very long field to the Northrop offense here.
Absolutely, and it's going to be on the foot of Nick Berkmeyer. And nice play there by Fly to tuck it and throw it away. Knights were looking for a big chunk play. Good coverage down the field by the Bruins all across the board. And now we need a good snap, good catch, and good kick as they make sure they get the ball spotted right there. There we go.
24-20 is your score. We've got 10 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the contest, so lots of time left here. Northrop on top, clinging to a 4-point lead and getting ready to receive the ball.
They're coming to block this shot.
They are.
It sure looks like.
Yes, they are. Here's the snap. Kick is away. It's a high one with the wind, angling near the sidelines, taken near the 12-yard line, going back, running into his own man, and dropped inside the 10.
Joe Derrick, have a half. He's doing it from the defensive and special teams. Does a nice job there, not giving up on the play. It was a beautiful kick by Berkmeyer, high floater with the wind at his back, and he's going to put the Bruins way back in their own territory. Field position, like you said, Sean, is huge at this moment, but you got to stop the run and you got to get that ball back. You need your defense to do it one more time to give you the ball and give you a shot.
Northrop, with the ball at the 9-yard line, would love nothing more than a 91-yard drive, taking off about 9.5 minutes of the clock at this point. And that's what they set out to do as they break huddle. It's going to be 2 wide receivers left, 2 right, and a single setback, offset to the quarterback's left. Hoots in the shotgun, looking over the defense. Here's a snap. He looks to throw on first down, looking deep, firing. He's got a man. He's got coverage, and out of bounds, no good. His intended receiver that time was number 14 for Northrop. That's Eli Fincher, and he overthrew him by about 3 or 4 yards.
Sean, I just don't know what that accomplishes there on first down. It was a beautiful pass route, actually. They had a guy going over the middle of the field, which fooled the Knights because you didn't see the wheel route behind him, and he was open, but it's a long throw to make with the wind coming at your face. Run the ball.
Yeah. You've got success on the ground. You've got a running back with over 200 yards at this point. Let's give it to him and see what he can do. Man in motion now across the line of scrimmage to the wide side. Here's a snap. Again, give to the tailback Green. He fights his way. Big scrum, standing up near the 10-yard line. And not much more than that. So a gain of 1, maybe 2 out to the 11.
Sean, this is the play of the game. This is an opportunity to get off the field. You got it now to 3rd and long. A nice stop there on the left side by Will Derrick and Grant Brow to stop him from getting loose. It's 3rd and 9. I would imagine the Bruins are going to go to the air here. It's all about kind of keeping on your man and getting a pass rush. You got to make this quarterback uncomfortable. Let's see if they bring a blitz here, if they drop back in coverage. Looks like coverage now.
Looks like coverage so far. All right, so they spread things out. Here's a snap on 3rd and 9. Outside blitz come, firing, throwing. Oh, nearly picked in and out of the hands of the Bishop Luers.
Joe Derrick, he almost made me just the smartest man on the planet as he was just about to put on the cherry on top of a beautiful half. But you know what? It's one of those plays where the wide receiver went up and kind of shielded him. And I don't think he expected the ball to come through it. It was just a little bit of a high throw. But you know what? Job accomplished. You got off the field. 4th down, got your punter punting out of his own end zone. Last snap wasn't a great one. Let's see if they can get a better one here. A lot of pressure.
Adrian Scott standing in the middle of his own end zone. Great snap this time. Gets the kick off. And will it be returned? No, it looks like Bishop Luers is going to let this one go. It takes a Northrop roll out to the 49-yard line of Northrop. So 49 yards to go here for the Bishop Luers offense. And right now we'll send it down to the sidelines and check in with Eric.
Well, guys, on that 3rd down stop by Luers, there was actually, from my vantage point, I could see the ball change its spiral a little bit. So it actually went off the receiver's fingers. And as it went back to the defender there, it was a slightly different trajectory, caused him to miss the play. So tough to keep focused on those type of plays.
Sure is. Thanks very much for that clarification, Eric. All right, so let's see. We've got a little timeout on the field as they swap the footballs. They're going to use the Luers football on offense, which is appropriate. Or just a different Luers ball. Okay.
Yeah, they usually do a kicking ball and a play ball, and they had the wrong one out there. When in wet conditions, it makes a difference.
Fly is in the shotgun. Little offset eye behind him, wide out left and right. Fly now steps back, looking for a play from the sidelines.
He's got nothing but time here as they were short a guy.
Sewell comes in.
10 seconds. He's still getting lined up.
He's going to be slot left.
He's probably not going to get the ball.
Here's a snap. Play action. He's going deep. He's going for it all. He's got a man on the fly pattern, and
it is
caught. It's caught. Unbelievable. A huge catch that time for Carson Clark, number 14.
No. I think it's 16. Brody Glenn,
number 16, with a huge catch inside the red zone for Luers. They mark it at the 14-yard line.
Glenn, the sophomore, says, I'm going to make a play here too. Does a nice job with the concentration. The Knights are back in business.
35-yard catch that time by Glenn. Sets them up inside the red zone. Next play, quick give right up the middle down to the 10-yard line.
Now C.J. Hale up the middle, nice little 5-yard gain. You got to calm it down a little bit here now. A nice first down chunk, taking a shot over the top. I don't think anybody in the stadium expected it. No. Glenn is known for big play potential. He had a nice one on that one.
2nd and 5 now for Bishop Luers. Quick give around the edge. The ball is free. It's on the ground. It is a scramble. It's still loose, and it looks like Sewell might have come up with it for the Bishop Luers Knights.
Yep, it's one of those things where it just hit him right on the arm and popped it free. The Knights got it back. Incredible heads-up play there by Johnny Sewell, coming, looking alive and jumping on that football, and it keeps the Knights from a disaster moment. So once again, somebody in that huddle has got to calm it down. You got third down here. It's 2 down territory, down 4. Just deep breath.
Yeah.
Go back to what you do best, and let's see if you can get a nice play here and get those chains moving, get back inside that 10.
So they mark it just outside the 10-yard line. Here's a snap on third down. Quick give. No, quarterback has it around the left side. He's dashing for the end zone. Fly. Does he get in? Touchdown. The quarterback keeper around the left side, Christian Fly, puts the Bishop Luers Knights on top of the Northrop Bruins.
Just a perfect moment to keep it yourself. You've been handing it off all night, just baiting that defensive end to crash down. He finally does. He sees the look. He trusts the look. And QB1 does what QB1 does best. Keeps it himself, gets around that edge, and calls his own number for the scamper. And now the Knights look to take a commanding lead late in this game. Just unbelievable drive there.
Fly will hold for the PAT. Little low snap. They get the ball down. The kick is up, and it is no good. Again, they've got a little work to do on that PAT attempt there, as Drake's kick was no good. But the touchdown stands, and now the score 26-24. The Bishop Luers Knights on top of the Northrop Bruins. First time of the night with 7:45 to go here in the contest. Well, folks, the St. Felix Catholic Center in Huntington, Indiana offers one-day and overnight retreats with over 70 rooms. Be sure to visit Our Lady in her grotto and walk the 30 scenic acres. St. Felix is the former home of Blessed Solanus Casey. Visit their website at sfcatholiccenter.com to schedule your next meeting or retreat. So really a great football contest here. Special Saturday night version here in the SAC. 7:45 to go, and the Bishop Luers Knights take a 2-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's been a great half for the Knights with just one glaring blemish, and that's back-to-back PATs unable to be successfully converted. And I've said it a couple of times, the Bruins have one great kicker on that other side, and it's one of those things where it's one of those little things that you just hope doesn't come back to bite you, and it's just inching that way. But you know what? You get a good kickoff here, you get down and play some defense and get that ball back. And for Northrop, it's the first time they've trailed this game, and backs against the wall. I'm curious to see what they bring out now.
All right, so Carter Drake will line it up at the 40-yard line, make his approach, and here we go. Ball is in the air, line shot into the end zone, and they will call a touchback there.
Yep, his foot crossed into the end zone, which is an automatic touchback in high school, and the Bruins will start on the 20.
And an interesting thing here to also consider, again, with the big leg from Northrop, again, he will be kicking into the wind if it does come down to a field goal attempt.
Great point.
That was made by Jim Shorts, not me. I can't take
I
credit
take
for
it
that.
back.
Still a great point. He gets one per game.
All right.
That's what he gets.
All right. No bonus.
Here comes Northrop on offense, led by that talented quarterback, Mr. Hoot, Dylan Hoot, the senior. He'll be in the shotgun with a single setback is Green. Blitz comes from the outside, fires to the flats. He's got his man. It is caught, and he's going to be driven out of bounds for about a 6, maybe a 7-yard gain that time.
We've seen that Hoot is able to really deliver the ball down the field. That's a nice start, a good confidence-building throw, drive off that back foot and deliver a nice ball for a nice gain of 8. And now you see this Bruins offense kind of he's going to have to use his arm. And he had some success in the first half, second half, not so much. Let's see if he's got that short-term memory, he can get it back going.
All right, so here we go on second and call it 3 or 4 now. Trips package to the left side, waits the snap, flowing, option. He's got his man. It has got the first down, spinning out of a couple tackles and winding his way down to the 35-yard line is Green. And that's going to be enough for a Northrop first down.
Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit of improvement on that option play. I know that Northrop still got the first down, and it was more due to incredible blocking by the Bruins and less about where the Knights were schematically. They did a nice job there flowing to the football. There was a couple guys there. Now they just got to get off their blocks and make a play. You're halfway there. Let's go all the way and make that play.
First and 10 for Northrop at the 35-yard line, their own 35. Play action, looking to roll right, going downfield. He's got a man open, and the play is a flag on the play, 3 flags on the play. That's going to be against the Bishop Luers Knights defender out there.
Yeah, he's put on an island, and there was a huge mismatch as he had a Bruins wide receiver, I believe it was Pettis. Yeah, streaking down that right side, his favorite target. He actually comes back a little bit gimpy.
Yeah, he does.
But a nice, you get the flag, a nice chunk play there on first down. High school rules, it's not by the spot. It's just 15 from the line of scrimmage, so they're going to put it just about at the 50-yard line here. First down Bruins as they start to inch their way near the Knights end zone.
We come down to it, 6 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. Still lots of time. And the score is 26-24. Bishop Luers on top, but Northrop driving. First and 10 from the 50. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback this time, trying to find his way around the right side. Nothing there. And depending upon the spot, there might be a little loss on the play, actually.
Will Derrick does a phenomenal job from the left defensive tackle position, getting into the backfield and causing havoc. Came into the game just off of injury, and he's been a great spark for Mick Palmer in this defensive line, and he's kind of been able to kind of round the group and make them turn into form. And if he can keep getting pressure with Ben Rectanis up front, it's going to help that secondary and the linebacker core out immensely.
Yeah. We'll call it second and 10.5 now for Northrop. 2 wideouts to the left side. Quick give through the middle. They find a seam through the middle. He's still running. He's at the safety level and finally brought down into Bishop Luers territory near the 33-yard line.
That's that seam Jeremiah Green hit once again that we saw him hit in the first half. It's right off that right guard position. Right guard played by Jacob Smith does a nice job carving out some room, and he just needs an inch.
That's it.
And if he breaks through, he's really off to the races.
Yeah.
Knights do a good job, though, limiting it from going all the way, and they live to see another down here. But we're getting close to what we saw earlier in the half, bend, but you can't break. You got to stand tall eventually.
An 18-yard gain there that time by Green puts him well over 220 on the game so far. First and 10, here's a snap. Little bit of option. They do hand off right side. Oh, big hit, smacked in the backfield. Not much there, even a tackle for loss.
Ooh, I saw a nice little play there by Nick Berkmeyer doing a good job kind of slowing him down, and then flying out of nowhere with C.J. Hale coming up and making a little bit of a stick. Nice job there, tackle for loss for the Knights, and they kind of stop the momentum here for at least the time being, moving the Bruins back behind the chains. Might be a passing down here.
Second and 12 now for the Bruins. Ball back at the 35-yard line. 2 men in the backfield, split set. Quick throw out to the flats. He's got his man. Nice little hitch route. Not enough for the first down, but he does get a good gain of about 10.
Yeah, Knights in a little bit of a cover, too, so they're playing a zone there, and the Bruins find a soft spot, and you're going to get that around the 6-7 yard mark where he's just going to sit and wait. Good pitch and catch. Nice throw by Hoot, and the Bruins get back to third and manageable here, only needing a yard. I would be shocked if it doesn't go to Jeremiah Green up the middle.
Yeah. So they break huddle and come to the line. Ball now at the 25-yard line. They need a long one, maybe two, to get a first down. On third down. First man through. He's hitting the backfield. Shakes one, but doesn't shake another tackle, and he is dropped. Did they cough up the
that
ball?
That ball was on the ground. I don't know if they're saying that he was down first.
Yeah.
It looks like he was, but nonetheless, a great play there by Krager from the defensive end position. The guy who was supposed to block him pulled on the play, and you're taught when a guy's pulling, you follow him because he's going to the ball. So he follows him to the ball and makes a play in the backfield. Huge play for the Knights, and here's the game here on fourth down.
It is 4th and 4 now. Big tackle for loss last time. 4th and 4 for the Bruins, and we've got a timeout on the play.
Northrop.
And Northrop is going to talk about it. So, again, 3 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. 26-24 is your score. We'll settle out with a 30-second break. When we come back, it could be the ball game. Stick around, folks. This is SAC Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete ceiling, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com.
From Bishop Luers High School, and this has been a very, very entertaining game so far. The Bishop Luers Knights clinging to a 2-point lead, 26-24. Northrop now facing a 4th and 4 from the Luers 25-yard line. The timeout is over. From the shotgun, Hoot looks over the defense. Here's the snap. He looks to throw, throws to the flats, going for it, has his man. Is it caught? It is. And that will be enough for a Northrop first down.
Hoot kind of floated that ball out there, and Christian Fly playing corner was just a half a step away from either knocking it down or really could have stepped in front of it. But nonetheless, good concentration on the outside by the Bruins wide receiver, and that moves the chains and keeps their drive alive and keeps their hopes alive.
Ball is at the 17-yard line, so Northrop inside the red zone now against Bishop Luers. Fresh set of downs on first down. Here's a give to Green through the middle. Breaks one tackle. Hits the line. Trying to get more. Now a late flag flies well up into the air. And another flag comes out. Big scrum there in the middle. And they are going to have to figure some things out here.
And the Northrop entire coaching staff is pretty much on the field. It's just
they're out past the numbers
right now.
They're out past the numbers, telling their teams to get away from the line of scrimmage.
I don't know what happened, but we're coming over to talk to Coach Lindsay. The back judge threw his flag about as high in the air as I've ever seen it. I don't know. This is going to be interesting.
Will we get a call? Eric Pete, you're right down there. Can you give us anything?
I believe they have taken Berkmeyer out of the game.
Oh, my.
It's a personal foul on Luers, and he has been ejected from the game, and he was heated about it. And I believe it was just a late hit and the repeated hits after the play was dead. And Berkmeyer has been tossed from the game. Huge loss for the Knights.
Oh, my heavens. What a turn of events that is, as Berkmeyer is removed from the game after a personal foul. And they are going to march it off. And now Northrop will be set up, raring to go. Inside the 10, it looks like they're going to put it down at about the 8-yard line. So a 1st and goal coming up for Northrop.
Sean, I'm just speechless. I mean, he's played such a phenomenal game. It's not something that you would expect or see.
No.
And honestly, there was so much of a scrum. I couldn't see it in the moment of what he did. He's definitely just adamant to Coach Lindsay on the sideline, trying to explain his side of it. Nonetheless, he needs his brothers to pick him up here because they need to get a stop.
All right, Northrop. New live, 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line. Here is the snap. Give to Green. No, quarterback end around, trying the right side. Can't find the edge and is going to be stood up and stopped. They keep the clock going. And he will gain maybe a half a yard at the most. He's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
It's twice we've seen the Bruins get down to the red zone this half and get stalemated. But like I said, 2 missed extra points with some tough snaps and tough holds and tough kicks. Now puts you in a dangerous situation here where a field goal beats you. You need either a turnover here or you need some help.
Yeah. All right, 2nd and goal. Ball is at the 8-yard line now. Hoot in the shotgun. Here is the snap. Give to Green, looking for room in the middle. Won't find much. Big scrum again, and he's going to push ahead for maybe a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and goal now. Probably going to mark this one near the 7.
Ben Rectanis answering the call once again up the middle. Does a great job filling and making a stick. You're just not going to move him, and he's making plays tonight. He's shedding blockers. He's making plays in the backfield. Now at 3rd down here, once again, you need a tackle for loss, you need a turnover, or you're going to need some help. I would be surprised if the Bruins run it again. They've tried it twice, hasn't worked. You got a couple big frames, and with no Berkmeyer in there in coverage, could be a lob ball to the corner. Pettis is on the top.
He is. Wide out to the right is Pettis. Now a man in motion coming across, right to left, and now we've got a timeout on the field. I think Northrop really wants to talk about this critical down, and they do call the timeout on 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. Let's go down on the sidelines and check in with Eric Pete.
Well, while all this exciting action was taking place on the field, we've ticked down to 1:42 to go. I was actually expecting Luers to maybe call a timeout after that first down play to try to conserve some clock because, if you're Northrop, you're thinking worst case scenario, let's run it down, kick a field goal. Either way, Luers is probably going to have enough time for one final possession left. But guys, going back to that Berkmeyer play, I saw the Luers coaches on the sidelines talking to the ref afterward, and one of the assistant coaches was making the motion as if he was trying to say Burkmeyer was trying to rip the ball out. And if you remember on that play, Green was like stuffed at the line. There was a big scrum.
Absolutely. That's what you're taught to do.
And I don't think Burkmeyer was trying to hit repeatedly after the play. I think he was trying to get the ball out. At least that's the argument the Luers coaches are making. So,
sure.
Yeah.
But either way, the Knights have to regain composure here.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, the timeout is over. It is 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. Northrop needs this. They're down by 2. They check the sidelines, look over the defense. Hoots in the shotgun. Spread offense, 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right, and a single setback. Here's the snap. He looks to throw, guns it, and it is no good. Oh, and a late flag comes out from the back judge. It was a low slant going down, trying to get the ball horizontally. And this has the appearance of a penalty against Bishop Luers.
Just a bang-bang play with the ball there, and both guys diving for it, and it just hate to see a great effort on both sides canceled out by a penalty, and it's going to set up first down from about maybe the 3 or 4.
3 or 4, something like that, yeah.
For the Bruins, because they haven't changed the box yet, but I would assume that's an automatic first down, right, Sean? Or am I wrong?
It should be. I don't know why.
Just
because the down doesn't say 3. I mean,
I think he's just sleeping.
I think he's probably just asleep. Yeah, let's see.
Well, yeah.
All right, another down here, and here's a give to Green through the middle. Big push. Does he get in? He does not get in.
And now they're saying it's 4th down.
How could they replay 3rd down on that penalty?
I never even saw the referee motion to what the penalty was.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
All right. Well,
sorry, folks. It's tough when you don't get the explanation. But now the Knights call a timeout, I believe, because they got to stop the clock.
Yes, they do. So the clock stops here. Let's check the clock here. 1:31 to go in the contest. They are showing 4th and goal now for the Northrop Bruins inside the 5 at looks to be about the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. Our sideline reporter Eric Pete is on the field talking to the officials right now, looking for some clarification. Thank goodness for him. And we're going to go down to him.
He's at the 5
and see what's going on. Eric,
he's at the goal line.
Well, I had to get an explanation there, so I talked to the official on the spot, and he said it was a pass interference call. But at this position, it is a half the distance to the goal, replay the down situation.
Oh,
okay. That's a high school rule I didn't know.
Okay.
There you go.
So this is an interesting moment, Sean, because they are going to elect to kick it. You're right in that range where you trust your offense and you trust your kicker more. Kicker's been great all night.
Bajorek into, hopefully, for the Bruins, seal the win. Here's a snap. The hold is good. The kick is up. Plenty of leg, and it is good. Northrop takes a 1-point 1-point lead with 1 minute and 31 seconds remaining in the contest.
Yeah, and 2 timeouts left for the Knights.
Yep.
Still some time here, and you have a good kicker on your side as well. He's had some bad snaps and bad holds tonight. If you can get that cleaned up here, he's got some range, especially with the wind at his back. I've heard rumors that he's hitting practice from upwards of near 50.
Wow.
And he's a soccer player who just came out a couple years ago and said, I'll try kicking. And he's been very good. He's looking to go for college. And so as an offense, get him down in some range. Give him at least a chance.
Yeah. Well, the onus is now upon the special teams and offense for Bishop Luers to see if, in fact, they can answer. 27-26 is the score right now with 1:31 left in the contest. Well, folks, when you open an Elevate membership at Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, you'll get $50 in your new account and another $50 for an eligible nonprofit like a Catholic high school, parish, or even Redeemer Radio. You already share our values. Why not share in our benefits? Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. All right, so to be in range, Drake probably needs to get near the 35.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, with the wind at his back.
I think you want 30, but you can settle for 35 or anything outside of that, and it's going to be a heroic effort. Yeah. Starts with a good return here.
That
Kicks
it does.
Into the wind.
Here comes Northrop's kick. It's a low liner. takes a bounce or two. They will be returning for Bishop Luers, trying to find his way through the middle. Not much there on the return.
Really good coverage.
North of the 20 to about the 24, maybe, depends upon the spot. But that's where the Bishop Luers Knights will take over, 1st and 10, with 1:27 remaining in the contest and down by 1.
So we saw Nick Berkmeyer get behind the defense earlier in this game. He is no longer available for the Knights. You saw Brody Glenn get behind the defense once earlier in the game. Scotty Van Lanningham is always a threat to get behind the defense as well. You're missing Hedgecock and Johnson, but those guys have stepped up and done really well. You need pass pro. You need to deliver the ball. You don't need it all in one play either. You have 2 timeouts to work with here. Let's see if we can get a drive going.
Offset eye. Christian Fly in the backfield. Here's the snap. Play action, rolling, now firing back towards the middle. He goes down to get it. Not much there as it was a bad throw. He had to go down and get it. Lost his footing, and that is going to be basically 2nd and 10 now after no gain on the play, and all that does is really just move the clock.
And I would say that he had a lot of room to run, and I was getting excited.
Did. Yeah.
So it's a tough one.
Same formation this time. Again, play action, rolling to the right, looking downfield, firing down the seam. It is up and nearly picked into double coverage, but incomplete that time.
Incomplete because Brody Glenn played defensive back for the Knights. Does a nice job as the ball was tipped, sticking the Bruins defender and keeping him from separating him from the ball. So now you're at 3rd and 10, and you got to get the drive started here first before you can even think about putting points up on the board. You don't need it all. You just need positive yards here to set something up. Clock stops, chance to catch your breath.
54 seconds remaining in the contest. Knights facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 24-yard line, down 1 point. Here's a snap, a little low. Fly has it, looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, now flush from the pocket. Rolling right, looking downfield, firing to the flats, double coverage, in and out of the hands of Hale, who was out there, and incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th and 10 now with 47 seconds remaining on the clock.
It's just you're down a couple weapons here, and some targets, some familiar faces are just not out there for Fly, and he's getting flushed a little bit, getting a little flustered. Northrop's only bringing 3-4 max. I'll be interested to see if they bring a little linebacker here or not. 4th and 10, you need it. Stay alive.
Single setback now. Here's a snap. Fly on 4th and 10. Guns it. Open in the air. Prevent defense has the pick, and the game ends right there on the interception. And Northrop will come away with a 1-point victory over the Bishop Luers Knights. Wow, what a game this has been. So Sanders with the pick for Northrop, and that's going to seal the game. They're going to mark the ball at the 43-yard line. And let's check in with Eric Pete.
Well, Sean, to me, this just harkens back to what I said at halftime about experience. The Bruins have experience in these close games. They know how to win the close games, and Bishop Luers is still learning that. It's something that they have to learn, and it is a hard thing to learn, and it's a growing process. And there's some pain involved, but I think this will go a long way in teaching them that.
I think you're exactly right. And again, to harken back to Matt's point, again, this season has just been plagued with injuries and missing some key personnel and some adversity. Still really want to check the game film from Summit City to see that very controversial call that took Berkmeyer off the field. He's not that kind of player, and I find that
I'll fall on that sword with you, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had nothing to say. I could not believe it because it's not in him, and it definitely wasn't something that I could see.
No, absolutely not. Well, a heartbreaking loss here for the Bishop Luers Knights, and what an effort for both of these squads, especially for Luers to battle back after such early adversity, to come back, take the lead in the fourth quarter, only to see it lost off of a last-ditch effort of a field goal by Northrop. But again, hats off to the Northrop Bruins for coming out of this one with a 1-point victory. Wow, what a game it has been. An emotional roller coaster for both of these squads. And so we're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute break.
Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable, Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Keep your
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.